Ladies and gentlemen, it is I, the Ultimate Kahuna. Welcome aboard the Iron Seas. Today I'm joined by my co-captain, Mr. AC Richard.
What
So
up?
today we
How
are
we
going to be
doing?
talking about my ex-wife. No, we're going to be talking
Yes.
about the final film of Stanley Kubrick, 1999's Eyes Wide Shut, starring Nicole Kidman and Mr. Tom Cruise. Obviously, his real name. Obviously,
Yes. Yes. Mr. Scientology himself.
yes. Now, I have heard quite a bit about this movie over the years. I'm sure AC you had as well. Had AC, had you seen this movie before we decided to watch it for our show?
Never. Never seen it.
Yeah, me neither. It just seemed like a weird, uncomfortable kind of film. It's like one of those weirder '90s films that came out at that point.
But then
Mhm.
you hear all kinds of stuff through the grapevine, like seeing jokes in various,
Pop
TV
culture
shows
stuff.
about it and this and that. You hear things about it. But then you start hearing other details like, oh, it's Kubrick's last movie that he ever did. And then stuff like the Epstein files comes out. And then suddenly it's like, huh, this whole thing seems a little bit more interesting now. It seems totally more interesting now, you know what I mean? So, yeah, watching it for the first time in amid what we're going through right now was pretty crazy. So,
Queen Beanie at 6239 asked, "What's everyone's favorite flavor of bagel?" Personally, blueberry bagels are my favorite. Um, I'm not a big bagel guy. I'll have it like with as a breakfast sandwich, and I used to like the cheap, crunchy fake peanut butter with it. But man, I'm not really a big bagel guy. What about you, AC?
I had a blueberry bagel with butter, and then you like after you toast it, you like perforate the because bagels, you need to give a place for the butter to pool and absorb into the bagel, and then I smeared
Uh,
like berry cream cheese spread over it. It was like it's really good.
Man, maybe that's just like a Midwest East Coast thing. It's not bagels aren't big where we're at, and I've never been a big fan. Maybe I'm not sure if that's cultural or just coming down to simple taste. Also, Mr. Billy Bill McHuston, a movie about an ex cult is weird and uncomfortable. I never would have guessed. This is true. Hello, Miss Diane. How are you doing? This is my
Oh,
normal voice. Welcome to show. Thank you very much.
hold on. This is not working for some reason. My phone. It keeps just entering before I'm done typing.
Oh, are you trying to add your name?
Yeah.
I
I
like
it,
MRS. That's better. She's like, shut up, okay? Sorry, forgive me. That's not your voice. That's just every voice for every woman, a guy when a guy pretends to, voices a woman. Anyway, but yeah, no. Did you had you seen this movie, Miss Pritchard, before this either?
I have not. And I was under the impression that it was going to be something because okay, so the summary of the movie says something like the wife makes some kind of sexual confession and then it leads the husband into this world of whatever. And but for some reason I always thought that they went to these parties together. um
That was my impression as well. That was my guess. I'm like, oh, so they both go to this thing and weird things start happening.
yeah, and I did think that I just expected her to be there one of those times, even though I know there would have had to be someone like, she was at home and like the kid and stuff. But I will say, for a while in the middle of the movie, I thought I was really actually going to like it because you can ask Andy. I usually predict movies in most insane ways. Like I'll predict everything all the time, constantly. But I could not figure out what was going to happen in this one. So
Yeah,
I do like that.
this
Yeah,
one was
it's
interesting in that
definitely
way.
off the wall. And we were talking about this backstage, AC, your hubby and I before this, but did it feel like the movie left like it ended feel like it felt like it didn't say its final line? it ended like shy of what. Yeah, it felt like there was a lot left unsaid at the end of this film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of just ended.
And
right?
it was stupid. She's like, "Oh, I know what we gotta do right away. Fuck." And I'm like,
It's almost like
coming
they
from
cut the
from-
ending out.
Yeah, and coming from me,
Well,
like that's stupid.
I messaged the guys and our little text group with Jared as well. When I was watching this film, I'm like, the way Nicole Kidman is acting in this movie is exactly like how my wife would act during a manic episode. Not even the really weird ones, just like a normal one for her. And it was just like,
yeah.
I was watching. I've never seen anyone capture this kind of behavior on screen the way they do in this film. It was really weird. It was like a blast from the past for me. So and part of how they would achieve that acting in a lot of Kubrick movies is he would have the actors and actresses in certain films film the same scene over and over and over again, as not in like 24 takes or 4 dozen takes, like 200, 300, and 400 takes of the same scene, usually consecutively.
So
because he's trying to wear them down.
I've seen The Shining several times and A Clockwork Orange. Everyone probably in the chat already knows that I fucking hate A Clockwork Orange. I don't like how it glorifies rape. I don't think it's a good movie. I don't understand why it's a cult classic. And
I still haven't seen that one.
And so we've seen, what is that one, babe, that we watched with Don, the space one?
A Space Odyssey?
Yes. And
that's a good one. It's interesting.
I didn't even really care for that one. I just don't like
Kubrick has like this. I don't know how to
movies
put
aren't really meant to. His movies are not meant to be enjoyed.
Exactly, dude. Yeah, if I put this in musical terms, it's like he is progressive music in that, like, there's not necessarily a format or
don't
like
listen to it because you like it.
Exactly, it's Kubrick, right? Like this is there's not it's not like the popular radio song. If it's going to be the popular radio song, it's going to be that obscure Pink Floyd song, you know what I mean?
Let Michael Bay make the radio hit in this, like, directorially.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's a major art house film kind of guy. Like I've only seen parts of, like, there's some of his movies I've only seen portions of. I've never seen a single, like, I've never sat down to watch Clockwork Orange. What an uncomfortable sound effect at that moment. That's really funny. But no, yeah, he has a really unusual way of directing. And
thank you. I appreciate you.
Well, I'm putting it back in the freezer, so I'm getting milk. Sorry, guys.
We got a mobile wifey. She's mobile. Watch out.
Mobile Wi-Fi.
Right.
So
I have each scene here that we can go through, but do you wanna like lay out the plot for the listeners quick? I know that's one thing that people look for in these reviews is they like a summary along with some...
my little squealer.
It's a little
AKA my little kahuna.
It's your little kahuna.
Oh.
See?
You want the animal? Anyway. All right. The story follows Bill and Alice, a wealthy, seemingly perfect upper middle class couple with a young daughter. Upper middle class, huh? Doctors, upper middle class. Sure. All right. After attending a lavish Christmas party hosted by a powerful patient, where both flirt mildly with others and then return home. I don't think there was any mild flirting going on for either of them, but that's just my opinion.
No, that was so over the top and disgusting for both of them.
I'm like, he is like, his lips are on your nose, brother. Like, sister,
yeah.
Like what's going on?
Wait, what?
Oh, like when she's dancing with the client or the patient and the older gentleman, I'm like,
Oh.
their faces are so close.
So
Like that's beyond a level of that's crossing a boundary.
it was bad. She was acting like she was trying to seduce him, and then he ended up getting pretty bad with those two chicks too. And then they made some comment about marriage being, what was it? The line about something about deception.
Oh, like a willing. It's like willful blindness.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was something about deception, about how or something about.
Oh, you
marriage.
can't deceive from yourself or something like that. You can't deceive yourself or something like that. I can't remember. It was something self-related though, right?
I get really, really tired of the anti-marriage and also anti-Christian propaganda.
It's a lot, but this film is kind of about that. Are any of these people having a great time? Is anybody in this film having a good time? Like,
yeah, actually, I think Tom Cruise kind of is, and actually Nicole Kidman was having a great time at that party, and I mean,
Dude,
I don't know, man.
Her dream, like if I had a dream that I was just getting fucked by all these dudes, I would never tell Andy about it. Well,
Thanks.
I don't know. I'm really honest with him though, so maybe I don't know, but I have never and would never have a dream like that. Probably.
Bill is correct, Katie. Bill is correct here. A proper married couple would go to the sex party together.
Oh yeah,
Excuse
a
me?
proper one.
Thank you very much. No, I don't know how I feel about that because we'll get to the scene. It's her dream. That dream about that. I believe that. So we can talk about the tinfoil too, and we can mention that along the way. But like, yeah, that dream. I feel like that is like one of the punishments that they threaten people with.
If we went to a sex party together, we wouldn't be having sex with other people.
No one would ever hear about it. Also,
right.
Most likely.
I don't care if people hear about it or not. I have zero interest in watching other people have sex or meet other people. But I will say, I have been to some drag shows in New York that were pretty wild.
Yeah. Well, Katie, we should get to your Mexico story later on once we've established all the tinfoil, and we can when we're talking freely, we should go over that because me and Kahuna agreed too. Me and Katie agreed. Me and Kahuna agreed separately. This is a documentary, everybody. Documentary time. Yep. The first ever documentary on the Iron Seas. I'm here for it.
Yeah. So
the first scene.
My modeling mansion party story. My almost run-in with the Epstein crowd.
It's a relevant plot point.
Yes.
In this whole
the dots all connect. Even in the first scene, the dots are connecting. But what were you gonna say, babe?
Oh, that's one reason Andy and I. Well, I didn't tell him right away about my modeling anyway. So like I knew he did music for, the 3 weeks we were like friends, and then when we hung out that one night, I think I didn't tell him until I think I ended up telling you the next day after I came back or something. I'm pretty sure because I think it was. I told you before we video messaged your mom too, and I think that was. So I think it was like the second time when I so we hung out all night, and I ended up leaving in the morning, and I went home, and I showered, and then we were like, we were texting and stuff, and then we were talking about when to hang out next, and I just took a shower and went right back to his house, and then we were, and then I just moved in. But I think that's when I told him when I went back. So, which was actually pretty early because I don't really like telling people that. Like, I just reconnected with a friend that I went to school with in 8th grade. And that was maybe a week or so ago. And I still haven't told her. Like, I don't know. It's not something I usually bring up, but
Woo!
but there are a lot of weird, we bonded a lot about how much we just hate the things we've seen and experienced with the entertainment industry. So
Yep. That was
Yeah,
one thing we
my sister talked about that in dance as well. Dance is really bad for that stuff. It's like,
Interesting.
oh yeah, don't worry. It's like it's intensive train. They call them intensives. It's these trainings for up and coming high level dance people, teenagers.
I was just talking to Andy about that too, remember, babe? Because I was talking about the child beauty pageants, dance, gymnastics are kind of all little different categories of the same thing, where they're all like putting red lipstick and fake eyelashes on these 6-year-old, 7-year-old girls. Like, what the fuck is going on? It's beyond.
I suspect the cult. That's what it's referred to in this movie, by the way. It's just quote unquote the cult. So that's what I'm referring to it as in real life now, since this is the documentary on it. I suspect the cult is like in everything. It's in everything.
Well, like the Olympics, you hear stories about mainly gymnasts, but I'm sure like ice skaters, all of them probably have some kind of, and it's probably not everyone in every country, but it's probably definitely, where there's money, there's people that are attracted to power and money and greed and evil.
Mm-hmm. And new human stock for their cannibal cult. But
there's also this unspoken aspect to it too, that if a group of people in an institution that's like it's been around a while, it's established, and there's a certain way that they conduct themselves. There was this New York cop that I saw this interview with years ago. First day on the job when he became a New York cop, they had a call. They went up on top of this building. They were questioning this guy, and then his fellow officers threw a guy off the roof. That was the first day as a New York cop.
As you do.
So this is just a side story, but there was a model that jumped off a roof and committed suicide, and I recently just read some really sketchy conspiracy Epstein type shit about her too. So it's like that shit is weird. And I was like, I thought it was because of how they treat models in the industry, but I guess either way it's sad and probably her agency's fault.
Like if it's, I kind of think it's like acting as well, and like some of the higher level performers. Most normal people don't have the right kind of mindset to do that kind of work one way or another. And I think something about dedicating yourself so completely to one thing, it can create something of a fractured, like mentally fractured human being in some cases. Not always, but
I think the survivors of this shit talk about how essentially, when you piece it all together, it seems like they're trying to fracture people and create multiple personalities for whatever reason. It's like Manchurian Candidate shit, but they like use trauma in kids to do what they think is like demonic magic, but it also does psychological shit that has other weird side effects. And like it's all really dark, and this is a documentary on it. So the first scene here, it has Nicole Kidman disrobing, but in the details of the scene, so right off the bat you got nudity, and she's in front of a mirror.
There may be more nudity in this movie than any movie I've ever seen.
I know. But I was gonna say, there's in the scene there's two pillars, right? And two pillars are famously these are the Pillars of Solomon. It's a Masonic symbol, where and this Epstein had these. He had Solomon pillars on his island, I believe, in his temple, or maybe the Pillars of Solomon, he had them like in his library or something. Mm-hmm. He had these two pillars though, and this movie starts with them. So it symbolizes duality, and entry into hidden knowledge. The title itself, Eyes Wide Shut, suggests that you're aware of something, but implying that you're willfully ignorant or denying it.
Yeah. Like essentially, Eyes Wide Shut is what they're trying to get him to commit to by the end of the film. He knows too much. He's seen it. We've given you more warning than we would give anybody else, and it's
and even the nudity, most directly, it's just kind of like getting you into what's to come. Hey, this is the movie that you're about to watch. It's foreshadowing.
It's like if you're uncomfortable now, this is not for you.
But at the same time, there's like nudity is vulnerability. This is like it also. I mean, weirdly enough, this just popped in my head. That weirdly enough, it's like you're naked when you're born, so it has like this natal symbolism to it. Also, you're also vulnerable and like under the spotlight, so to speak. Kind of like when the cult has you under its control, maybe.
Yeah, no, that's one thing though. You do have to be careful with symbols because a lot of symbols, their modern meanings are not the same as their ancient meanings. For the sake of film, it's not as important, but like you'll see a lot of modern people do, the parallax view. No, it's what was made in 1974. I have not seen this movie. Bill, you want to tell us a bit about it?
Yeah, lay it on us, buddy.
Yeah, whip it out. Throw it on the table.
So the first scene after that is them getting ready for the party, right? Which it's not the party. It's not the party. We haven't gotten there yet. But he posted the trailer in Discord. Okay. But they're getting ready for their own like rich people party, right? And I kind of figured this is where we would, the assumption here is that the protagonists would brush up against some cultists at this swaggy rich people party, this doctor party or whatever. But that's not what happens, is it?
Yeah, no. This first party is pretty ordinary, so to say. It's hosted by a wealthy individual, obviously. Most of the shenanigans come from just bad behavior by wife, husband, and other guests who are obviously aware of what they're doing and that what they're doing is wrong.
When I was reading about it on Reddit, sorry, not to interrupt, I just don't want to forget the thoughts. There's people that, so the girl who OD'd and they basically murdered her in the hotel, people online think she actually OD'd and they didn't kill her. I'm like, it was pretty obvious. He like confessed, even though he said, no, she died. It happens all the time. End of story. Like you can tell that they did kill her.
Well, that's a thing. They could have given like, hey, you could OD or you could die horribly.
They left it a little bit ambiguous, probably on purpose, but you know that they killed her. Like I'm 100% positive they did. So
real quick, just while it's old enough, it should be fine. I have the trailer for Parallax View, which Bill was talking about. He posted the trailer in the Discord. So I have it here.
Yeah, let's and remember to pause it every now and then.
We got that for
it's pretty short. It's about it's like not even 2 minutes long. I'll pause it once or twice though.
Okay, let's do a week where he can come and be the guest.
Oh yeah, Bill,
do right now if he wants.
Yeah, Bill, you could hop in if you like.
Yeah, either way, link is in the VIP chat.
All right. Oh, it's a modern trailer for this older film. That's interesting too. Okay, so we'll play this, and then Bill, if you want to hop in, you can.
We have Senator Carroll with us today to celebrate Independence Day.
Sometimes I've been called too independent for my own good.
Oh shit! Damn. Okay, so it's like a assassination movie.
That was quick.
Got right into it.
That trailer does not mess around.
Right? That was what's up. Also, that's great.
Thing of beauty, all right.
I love it. I fucking love it. Yeah, dude.
Like a white trash Cinderella She went to a rave and met this wealthy, like this trust fund kid, and she lost her nose ring, and now he's going around trying to find which trailer park has like where this nose ring came from.
It's instead of the slipper. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah.
Oh my god. Yes, dude. Yes.
Oh man. All right.
Okay, so a politician gets murked. Got it.
Got it.
No, he's looking for who the glass meth or crack.
Yep. There you go.
The glass slipper.
I was doing the PG version, but you're right.
She did the HBO version.
Since the assassination, 6 of these people have died in some kind of an accident. These people were killed.
This is another
and
documentary,
whoever
then?
killed them is going to try to kill me.
This is another
Austin
documentary,
thinks that maybe
Bill?
we all saw something.
See, like this movie's old enough that I recognize some of these people, but I don't like because it's an older movie. I may not know the names of all these actors and actresses. What's up, Bill? Hey, Bill.
Hey,
So
Bill.
Billy boy.
How we doing, son?
Yeah,
Hey,
I probably can't stay long, but
That's
because I still got a bunch of writing I gotta do. But
We're gonna
We
put
love you long
out
time.
right after the trailer's over.
there you go.
Oh, all right. Playing it again.
Thing up there.
You've been asking questions about me and things you know nothing about. All I want is to stay out of it.
Sorry, Mr. Tucker, you got information I need. This story's gonna mean more to me than $10,000.
Fella, you don't know what this story means.
So it's like
First, I
another
thought these killings
documentary.
were related only to the Carroll assassination. It's much bigger than that. Whoever's behind this is in the business of recruiting assassins.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah,
the
yeah.
hair, man. The hair is great.
Yeah.
Not related
Well,
to the plot, but also this trailer is very well put together as well.
This plot is
Oh yeah,
related to reality.
the dude that does these DM edits, he's really good at taking old movies and just doing these really solid modern trailers. I've actually found out about a lot of really good obscure stuff from that dude's channel. So just a shout out to him. He loves movies. He loves he knows how to sell movies to a modern audience.
They're not official trailers?
No, this is a modern trailer. He like, so someone has a love for these older films and he edits these modern trailers for them, which is pretty
This guy would
neat.
probably be a good guest then.
It
Sometime.
reminds me of fan video. Yeah, he would. Good. But yeah, it reminds me of fan music videos. Sometimes those are way better than original.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, no, that's fun. All right, one last go.
I think I got some of their entrance exams.
We're in the business of reporting the news, not creating it.
Yeah, he did good. Damn.
You're telling
Now that
me
I
that
think,
you
now that I
alone
know
can
that,
uncover what all these agencies couldn't.
this is how you sell movies.
Congratulations, Richard. You had some very interesting scores on the first series of tests for parallax. We're prepared to offer you the most lucrative and
Dude, this
rewarding
is so
work of your
relevant.
life.
It's another relevant one, dude.
Dang it, that looks really good. Yeah,
Yeah,
no, that
it
looks
was
really
really
good.
Yeah.
Great. And just like Eyes Wide Shut, which I want to reiterate, I'm never watching that movie again.
I have no desire to. Yeah.
But it
Same.
Parallax View and Eyes Wide Shut really do a great job of just building the atmosphere, which is what you want
Yeah.
for something that's going to be playing on the audience's paranoia.
Yeah, there was a lot of buildup in Eyes Wide Shut. Just the ending was terrible.
Oh yeah, I remember that. The movie just kind of ends. It's just like,
It feels
we're just
like
done.
it feels like stuff is cut out, and so that leads to like some of the theories. It's like, regardless of whether like, oh, this was like, whether he was pointing out something that really happens in Hollywood circles or not, putting that all aside, the way people believe, a related theory claims that Warner Bros. Panicked after Kubrick's death and cut 20 to 30 minutes or specific scenes from the film to remove the most damning exposés.
Yep.
Yeah, with very specific kind of references to child sacrifice and cannibalism and identifiable real people, a bunch of stuff like that.
Yep, and I suspect the ending itself, how, some children are acquired in the cult, basically.
does anyone know where the Alex Jones was right jar is? I think we all need to drop a few quarters in there.
Man, fuck Alex Jones. He sold out for the shekels. Fuck him. I'm so.
He was still right.
Ass.
He was still right about some things, like they eat in
the chemicals were turning the frogs gay.
Yeah, he was right until magically he got sued over the Sandy Hook shit, and then how do you think he got out of that? He took the fucking buyout. He took all the shekels, and now he's a mouthpiece for all of the.
Yep. It's because the Jones that we see now.
All the Jews that make all the bad Jews that make the good Jews have a bad name.
Yep. And that's because the Alex Jones we see now is a clone.
And Zionist.
He's a clone.
I don't think he's a clone.
Body double.
But
man.
I know for sure that Jizzy Maxwell.
Jizzy Maxwell.
This one is 100 million % not her. Hold on, I'm gonna.
Yep, and same with Epstein.
Yeah, but yeah, no, this film, it feels like they took things out and still tried to make it feel like a Kubrick film. Because, like, he's not against ambiguous endings. He's not against leaving things unsaid or not explicitly said anyway. Like, he did that in The Shining a crap ton.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they have a scene with a werewolf in the book, in the Shining book. And in the movie, they just had that weird, uncomfortable, compromising position.
Furry blowjob.
Dog mask. Yeah.
I don't care if you cry about it. Thank you. Chill.
I'll stop crying. I'm sorry.
Dude, I'm.
Yeah, Kubrick has a very distinct style, and honestly, with the release of the files and all of that, I'm now a little more curious as to end of life for him, because Eyes Wide Shut is most famously his last movie,
and he died.
Now that we know what's been going on,
completely.
Now that the curtain's been
6 days after he showed this to Nicole Kidman, Tom Cruise in the studio, 6 days he died. 6 days later, and then they started chopping up the movie.
I'm kind of curious.
It could be a coincidence, but because of the nature of this movie, the nature of what's going on now and what we're learning about now, it's like I heard about stuff like this from other sources starting around like 2016, 2017.
The movie seemed like it was a humiliation ritual, like maybe for Tom, like, oh, your wife's going to be naked constantly. And when she is wearing clothes, you're going to see through them. Like, it's just weird. Oh, and then we're going to have a bunch of scenes where you can't stop thinking about some dude, like, all on top of her. And
Yep. It really felt like it. Yep. It really felt like it.
In defense of that, I don't agree with it, but
it's kind of realistic in some sense.
Oh, Kahuna doesn't agree with something I said. That's not 100% of every thing I said.
No, it's just that I've been like this movie, like I said before in the channel, like this whole thing, not the whole thing.
That's why
portions of this film are
perspectives.
just like what it was like being in my marriage for portions of the time. And it's like when your wife, someone you love, starts saying crazy stuff and acting manic and demonic and like almost in a trance of like just odd movement and behavior, and then they say crazy stuff, some of which you find out later was true. It's a really unusual headspace. It leaves you in a really confused, like obsessive, also escapist kind of like mode of being, and that's kind of how you go on from there.
Yeah, you can totally, it's all laid out, man. Like, I'm really convinced that her little dream there is potentially one of the, one of the ways that the cult, you can get even with the cult, or like one of the things they threaten you with. When you look at like some of the interviews from like rappers that, talk about these weird demonic contracts that they sign with major labels and big people like Jay-Z and Diddy and stuff like that. Like, people like Beyonce are famously doing like rituals out in the backyard of LA, and, celebrities are constantly like, whether you believe it or not, they believe it. So, they're out here doing rituals, and, it's in every scene. So the next scene is like when they're getting ready. There's a lot of mirrors in that scene while they're getting ready too. They're like, grooming, which kind of symbolizes objectification, but also self-care. So it's like,
there's also like all these weird little subplots that are never taken to fruition as well. I'm like, so he's pimping out his daughter, right? Like there isn't really another good.
Wait, who? Pimping out his daughter? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that guy. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another thing. This movie gets props for staying power because, as I recall, that was a bit more of a minor interaction, and yet I remember that. I haven't seen this movie in years.
She was like 15.
Actually, I think it's been almost a decade since I've seen it.
She was 15 or 16 when that movie was shot, so.
Who? What?
The actress.
Fill the audience in. What are we talking about here?
The girl that her dad, the magic shop guy, her dad was like whoring her out.
Oh yeah.
That actress, Lily, I think Sobieski, I don't know how to say her last name, but she was 15 or 16 during the filming of that.
That shows how the cult. That literally was them showing how the cult gets. That's one way they get children. That's directly like some Epstein shit. And then there's the speculated ending that they cut out that me and Kahuna were talking about before the show that we'll talk about.
But I've met 16-year-old Russian girls that were married to 40-year-olds in Russia, and like people, it's like culturally normal there in a way.
Yeah. Well, that's one thing. Sometimes it is.
American.
Sometimes people just say, "Oh, it's a cultural difference," and then you talk to other locals, are like, "No, it's still weird here."
Yeah.
It's like, and that does beg a question. It's like not long ago in history, that truly was the case that it wasn't an unusual thing for people to get married younger.
Well, okay, and there's also a difference too between. I'm not saying it's okay to have a 16-year-old in a relationship with a 30-year-old. That's still creepy and weird. But I will say that it's a lot worse when we're talking about people that rape straight up infants, toddlers, little kids. Because when you're 16, you have some sort of agency. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like the way we view 16-year-olds now is we don't hold them.
I remember
we don't see them as fully cognizant adults.
Yeah,
but in many ways, you're very close to adulthood by the time you're 16.
I remember being 13 and 14 and finding out a lot of my friends were having sex, and I was like, what? Like, it blew me the fuck away. So, and yes.
I do wonder how many of those girls just said that, too, because I knew a lot of guys and girls who said that when I was younger.
No.
Some of them were not lying, but others were as well.
Definitely not all lying.
The guys at that age were definitely lying.
What I was going to say? Damn.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm just trying to say they weren't having sex with adults either. They were having sex with
it was kids fooling around with kids, and that was kind of the whole essence of that.
So it was people they were like these. It was crazy because it seemed like they were slutty girls in a race to lose their virginity, and it blew me the fuck away.
Yeah, and then you find out about there's always one or two who are hanging out. They're in part of that kind of race, and then not too long after that, you see them hanging out with guys or girls who are way older than they are, not in school anymore, haven't been for years. I'm like, ooh.
I think
this is bad.
There was a lot of girls that got pregnant at 15, 16. A lot of them that I went to school with. So I think they groomed people, and then the teen mom was a thing, so I think they really, really groomed American kids for that, and they're trying to groom us to be okay with this stuff. It's just wild.
It's it's kind of a give and take too, because there was problems with the whole hush, we'll keep it secret attitude of older generations from when our parents and our grandparents were younger. But on the other hand, it did clearly communicate that this was not okay. So the give and take of that is that in some ways it was dishonest, and that's not good. But on the other hand, it also clearly delineated, oh, this is something to be shameful of. That kiddo. How's writing Zorn going, Bill?
Yeah, how is that?
Hold on. Stand by one. Okay, first of all, this whole thing about, the younger being back in school and hearing your friends doing the deed, I was just sitting there like, wow, you guys can talk to girls?
Right, the guys were lying. Any boy.
How can you tell me how to do that?
If you line up a bunch of boys saying that they were doing it, most of them are lying at that age.
Oh, absolutely.
But the girls probably not.
No, I think with most of the girls at like when you're talking like 13, 12, 13, 14, most of them probably are exaggerating or lying, but not all of them, surely. And then you have like, there's a buddy of mine, like really strong Christian family. The older brother was a wild animal, dude. He got kicked out of school for a girl's hands being a little too active on him in the middle of class, which is insane. That's how he got kicked out of school in 7th grade. I'm like, you are a creature. You're not like, what are you doing?
Creature,
but it's like, no, you see all types of folks, but no, I think part of it, like I was talking, like, well, when you're talking with Katie earlier, is like certain industries expose a lot of highly athletic and capable and motivated teenagers already used to following instructions from perfect strangers into these environments without their parents, and often with other people who are raised in this industry and don't think all the weird things are weird as well. It's like hearing about some of the stuff that went on in dance, like stuff because that's my point of reference. Crazy stuff.
Sorry for the absolutely screaming and squealing. Bluey really, we almost never let him watch it anymore because he starts acting like a big old brat.
He acted a fool.
Oh yeah. We used to love Bluey, but we see what's going on.
It is Australian after all.
Well, there's not well, I guess there is a lot of cuts. Yeah, there's a lot of cuts in this. I never realized that. I didn't think it was so bad because it's not every scene. Some are longer, but like some of it's like cut, and it's really bad.
Yeah.
Hold on, we got a Mr. Definitely not John A. Douglas. Hail! Don't mind me lurking. Me putting the final on his second book in his series, Lionheart.
Is he in here?
What was that?
Is he in the chat?
Yeah.
Stop, Douglas!
I still need to read the first book.
Dude, it's
Hail,
That's what I hear.
We'll do it for the book club. Let's do it for the book club.
What's been going on with that is this is not a sequel to his first book, The Black Round. It's like both of them are starting points to enter the Allspire like series. Like basically both stories take place around the same time, just in different parts of his world. And none of the books are going to be prequels. Everything in the story is going to be going forward. And that's how he's decided to run it. But yeah, no, The Black Crown by John A. Douglas, excellent book. Definitely worth checking out. I read it for the second time just recently. And Lionheart is going to be coming out soon.
Excellent book, douchebag.
Orcs.
He's such a sexist prick.
Anyway, how's the Zorn writing going, Bill?
Well, I mean, my biggest issue is just not being good with my own discipline, which has been a persistent issue for the last 10 years and has only just now been an actual fault that I've had motivation to try and rectify. On account of now I have a schedule and I have people reading my stuff.
Yeah.
That aren't people that I know personally. I was on an episode of the Blasters and Blades podcast. It has not been released yet. And in the post show, one of the other guests was like, "Hey, yeah, so I'm reading your stuff." And I was like,
"What?
Really? But
Sick.
But why? I mean, no, yes, that's good. That's good. You want to be reading it.
Me like, yes.
Actually, it wasn't even the post show. It was like the end of the show when we were doing the outros. So you're gonna anyone who watches that episode is gonna see me fumble.
You're gonna sit there. You're lying. No. No, that's great.
I don't care who the IRS sends. I'm not paying my taxes.
Taxes are theft. Anyway.
But no, it's
like
going.
I found out some of my subscribers are friends of my parents. My parents do not like my videos. They've been pretty clear about that. It's fine. Most of them anyway. But all their friends think I'm really, really funny. So I call this a win. Oh man. So does this I don't know, how do we rate this movie?
No. Wait.
Is this movie a sink or a float?
Here.
Well,
it is a solid Epstein Files out of 10.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's hard to say because it's so true, and it does a lot of unique things, but at the same time there's some aspects from like a storytelling and movie making perspective that do kind of fall, and that's like I'm thinking about like things like the ending and maybe some pointless scenes or seemingly pointless. Maybe they were trying to do some symbolism or something, or some foreshadowing maybe. But yeah, even some choices Bill makes.
What's this mean? More?
But then at the same time, there's
Food?
there's nice details, like the password is being Fidelio, which is fidelity, and he's like kind of being sneaky around his wife, away from his wife or whatever.
Yeah, no, the whole if your wife starts saying some crazy stuff, all sorts of weird temptations and crazy thinking will enter your head if you're not prepared for it. I'll say that.
And it's times like this I'm glad that I'm scared to talk to women.
It's not you, it's actually them. They're all afraid to talk to you, a handsome young man, glasses and all.
Me and Katie were kind of saying too, it's kind of like God giving him a series of tests. Most notably, the most on the nose is when he's literally going back to bang the prostitute. He's like, yep, I'm going to go cheat on my wife. I'm going to go bang that prostitute. Here I go. I'm going to go do it. Here I am. And she's like gone because she got tested positive for HIV. And he almost banged her the night before or whatever. So he would have gotten HIV, right? That's
no, because surely all people in that line of work use protection always, every time. Yep.
Well,
that's definitely true.
He was already shown. He was gonna do it the night before, then he left, and then that whole thing. So he was shown what happens if you are dishonest and cheat.
Yeah, he's like given he saw the consequence. He saw how the sausage was made, so to say.
And he kept seeing consequences, and he kept going forward anyway.
He was like what's her face? Not Goldilocks, the Alice in Wonderland.
Yep.
He wanted to see how far down the rabbit hole went. But it wasn't for any altruistic reason. It was that sick kind of perverted curiosity.
Yeah,
I think a lot of people encounter in themselves if they're not aware of it.
You know,
it's like you see, like first time you read about like a serial killer or something horrible, a lot of women go through this and they're like, "Oh, that's horrible," and then they want to learn more and more and more. And then
it's okay. I think you just identified something, Kahuna. You identified something big, because his wife's name is Alice, and
oh yeah,
the Ziegler Christmas. Check this out, bro. The Ziegler Christmas party specifically. What is it? The models ask him if he wants to go over the rainbow, and there's beyond the looking glass stuff going on.
A lot of references, yeah.
There's but more importantly, there's literally a direct Alice in Wonderland reference. Where is it? Eye motifs, a bunch of eye symbolism.
Take the red pill and find out how deep the rabbit hole goes.
Right. But yeah. Anyway, a bunch of like he's basically Alice in Wonderland.
And like top hat costume type stuff too.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, it's
I
like
bet.
look into the history of like masquerades and things of that nature. It's like, or I even talked to, oh,
Why? God damn it, Xander.
what's his face? Talked to Anthony Harris a year ago about this, but like you look into the history of clowns, and it goes back to like demonic pagan rituals to try to summon demons.
Yeah.
And all that stuff. I'm like, oh, that's
the other thing. There's all this the Christmas party decorations. That's pagan rituals that have been commodified, and then we're immediately thrust into a elite party where these elites are clearly gluttonous, right? They're excessive. These are excessive elites. There's a bunch of pagan shit there too. So it goes from Christmas decorations commodified to like statues and architecture, like there's more pillars and stuff like that. For example, at the party, there's statues of Cupid and stuff. So essentially it's reinforcing the commodification of pagan rituals. So I suspect that this is a repeating thing. And I think that's like kind of what the cult is the commodification of human beings, maybe.
Yeah,
in general.
Yeah, there's an element of that. And it's like, I think to a degree, a lot of people who consider the world think maybe not to the full extent that a lot of conspiracy theorists say. The biggest conspiracy theory is that every conspiracy theory is true. But
yeah, no, the Earth isn't flat. It is very much round.
There's a great meme about that. I saw it's like when you find out when you're a conspiracy theorist and you found out every conspiracy theory is true except that the Earth is flat.
So I saw that too.
Oh my god! Everything up to the flat Earth, just like right before flat Earth. That's where the cutoff is.
I hate having that conversation with my mom, and she starts bringing up the Bible, talking about. I'm like, no, Mom.
Half the verses you're citing are symbolic, right?
Kahuna, when she brings up the Bible and she starts talking about like words, well, it says firmament, son. It says firmament. You can be like, well, the original word for God was actually plural. It was Elohim. So if you want to like argue semantics, there's that. Like, are you saying there's multiple gods then? Like there's a whole bunch of interpretation for these words. Like even apple in the Adam and Eve story, that's just the translation is essentially, it means red fruit. It doesn't mean apple. It could be any red fruit. It's just apple is the most likely.
It would be so much gayer if it was a strawberry.
Or
the
cherry.
Strawberry of the knowledge of good and evil. No, I don't think so.
Right. Red fruit though. Red fruit and Elohim. But anyway,
perhaps the dragon fruit because it's red and colorful and looks appetizing. Then you open it up and you see black and white.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that's crazy. Yeah,
that'd be
crazy.
fun.
Yeah, I can't think of a cherry or a strawberry or any of those being, but like the fact that it gives you knowledge. I don't know. There's a lot of symbolism there. But yeah, I think
I know you gotta go, Bill. Anything you want to plug or shout out before you get out of here, my man?
Read Zorn.
Have a good
People
one.
seem to think it's good.
I would recommend reading it in the bath, in the
There you
nude, every night.
There you go. And yeah, this movie just really is a solid Epstein out of 10.
Yeah, no, I can't this film doesn't fail fundamentally in what it's trying to do. So if I had to pick float or sink, I say it floats for that reason.
I thought it almost floated, but it definitely sank shit.
That's fair. That's fair. You're allowed to be wrong as often as you like.
Well, we could just.
I'm noticing
that the crew got away on a lifeboat.
That's true. That's true. What do you got, AC?
I'm noticing a whole bunch of rainbow symbolism.
There was a hole in the hull, and they patched it and were able to save it just barely, maybe.
See ya.
All right, peace out, Bill.
Have a good
Take
one,
it
Bill.
easy, man.
Later, Bill.
So there's repeating I motifs, repeating duality motifs, Alice in Wonderland symbolism pops up indirectly, and then the rainbows, weirdly enough. The freaking rainbow of all things? Why is that repeating over and over again in 1999? Like
there was
it's
a big
always where the
push for,
rainbow ends.
like that
and
was
stuff.
right around the time. There's a lot of push for gay rights stuff back
fair.
then as well.
Yeah,
Can you guys hear the wind howling here?
I can't.
I can hear it actually a little bit. Yeah, for sure.
Wild. It was in the 40s, the first fall spring, and then it was pouring, and now it's gonna snow for 3 days and then be negatives for 3 days. So
Yeah, no, but yeah, no. This movie is uncomfortable because it's kind of just true. Like there's so much of it is, and also, oh, what I was saying before. Yeah, no, in a lot of fiction, you'll read about stuff like this. So I think, like, for people who consider the world, whether they say they do or not, some parts of them believes either that these kind of secret societies exist, have existed, or could exist. But there's also a whole bunch of people who don't really who say they don't believe it, but when they watch fiction, they're like, "Oh, this makes sense." And I think that is more emblematic of what they really think. Like in their heart of hearts, whether they say it out loud or not.
Right. There's this recurring mirror motif too. The mirrors keep coming up, and at one point the prostitute, Domino, the prostitute, the song that's playing on the TV is "Bloomin' Love," which is about infidelity, and all the mirror stuff going on is a direct reference to the shadow self, which is even more directly referenced with the book Shadows on the Mirror that she has. So there's all this duality, all these mirrors, all these rainbows and references. What?
Where does she have that book?
I think it's like on her what is it? I think it's like on her table or something. It's in her house somewhere.
It's the book that we had, and we thought it said something else. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Shadows on the Mirror. Oh, there was another book that stood out to us. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and we both thought it said something else, and I can't remember what it was.
Yeah.
Was it sociology, and we thought it was something else?
Yeah, something like that. It was like some sociology thing.
Did we think it was?
But all the shadow self stuff feeds into the cult thing, because I feel like
We thought it was Scientology.
that's right. We thought it said Scientology, but it said sociology.
You're like, whoa, no, oh,
yeah. But yeah, I feel like that's kind of the whole thing with the cult, right? When you hear some of these weirdos talk about it, is like you don the mask and the costume, you put on the costume, and you become like your shadow self, or something like that, which you give into the darker temptations or whatever the.
Well, there's also this idea of slippery slope. This whole thing starts off because not only, like, it starts off, like, what starts it off? Like, really, what starts it off? They both flirt and act inappropriately with people they're not married to at the party. They're both aware of it. Then she snaps and talks about this very explicit dream, seemingly for the purpose of either like maniacally revealing how she really feels on the inside, or for the purpose of hurting him, or both. It can be both.
Try to manipulate him.
And then every choice and every reveal leads to the next thing.
Yeah.
Well, she was, confronts him about like, oh, you've never been jealous about me. But then the whole movie, he's definitely jealous because he can't stop imagining her fucking the guy that she
wanted to.
Didn't fuck. Yeah.
Well, like that's the thing. Like, I don't know. I'm not every guy, but as a guy, it's like, yeah, if I have a beautiful wife, people will flirt with her. That's kind of a fact. Or it goes the other way too, Mrs. Pritchard. Like, you told me about girls who were flirting with your husband or wanting to talk to him through you, which is wild.
Dude, it is the most insane shit in the world to Did I say this on our stream already?
I know you. I think you just told me, but I don't know if you said it on stream.
Okay, you guys. So this is a true story. I am in a group for making girlfriends in Minnesota, and this has happened 2 different times where I met people and started a friendship with them, and so it started out like they liked Andy's music and they were fans or whatever. But I quickly realized they didn't want anything to do with me, because instead of like asking what I'm up to or how I am, they just would constantly ask about Andy and like we're obsessed with him.
Yeah, he is dreamy. No.
Yeah, I get it. But I think that's something a man would never do. Like Andy would never. I just can't see a man like befriending him and then just constantly asking about me and being obsessed with me. Or I mean, anyone. Like I just feel like that's only a woman thing to do. And usually, like, you know, as far as workplace gossip and all kinds of things, like I've seen men do shit just as much as women. So there's a lot of things that don't just apply to women where people say they do. But this specifically, I swear it's like men would not do that. I don't think so.
No, if a man is attracted to the wife of like somebody who's taken,
yeah, they'd
typically the last thing a man is going to do is try to, you know,
be friends with my husband
or spend more time with that person. Yeah, that for a masculine person, that's a wild choice. It not very likely. Not very likely.
So when we lost Owen, I had actually a lot of Andy's friends, not a lot, but a good handful of his friends reach out to me and become my friends because they just reached out to show support and condolences and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so I'm still friends with some of them to this day, but one in particular made it a point to, and Andy had already told me, but she didn't know that, but she for some reason thought it was like, and I was still friends with her after this, so she actually deleted us on everything because of being really super liberal, and we're not, so you know, we're evil. But she told me that she was obsessed with him and he had to turn her down more than once and things like that. But then, oh, don't worry, I don't have a thing for him anymore. And it's like, I know you do, because if you never got to experience being with him and you were that obsessed with him, you're probably always going to have some sort of feelings, I would guess, for him.
Some people do, some people don't. I don't know.
It's weird that people like, and I appreciate honesty and stuff like that. So it's not, I don't know.
It is a weird thing to bring up, though, in some ways.
Yeah, it is a little weird. Like, you're obsessed with my husband. Like, I mean,
and you're telling me.
Like, I mean, he married me. He had kids with me. I know who he fucks every night, day, all the time. So it is what it is. But it's still like, I feel like
it's true.
My friend, you seriously are just after my husband. It's fucking weird.
Yeah, well, I can't so I have a buddy. His wife,
I trust Andy.
Smoking.
Mm-hmm.
One day I'm just talking like,
are you talking about
man, the things I want to do to your wife. No. Like, no, that would never. That would. Even if that was the feeling.
Yeah.
That's not something I would ever communicate. I would just like, and also that's the thing too. Cheating isn't just, oh, 2 attractive people made a mistake. No, it's nothing happens on accident.
Yeah.
To a point. If you like, you can't cheat with somebody if you're not spending time with them.
Well, it's also like, I don't care how like fucked up you are or drunk or whatever, you have to make that conscious decision, and it's so much easier and more respectful to end it with the person first and then pursue the other thing. And people don't do it because, oh, just in case it doesn't work out and blah 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 or whatever. But I think, and it doesn't count to just break up with someone and then go fuck someone and then get back together with your partner a couple days later. That's just as bad as cheating, you know, if that's...
Well, it's the same. It's more steps to the same thing.
Oh, at the final scene in the toy store, first let's just acknowledge that they're taking their child to the toy store where people buy toys, where people show up to buy toys. There's the association with her kid. Symbolically, that can mean a lot of things, especially when you think of it through an Epstein lens. But more importantly, their daughter is eyeing something called Magic Circle, and that is what was going on at the cult party. They had a circle of naked women that was like an occult circle
every Christmas.
So right there, that associates her with magic circles, and the previous magic circle we saw were these objectified women that were being basically trafficked. So that there's your direct connection of their kid to the cult. So 1 + 1 = 2. You can connect dots on a graph and it forms a line. I think the original ending was them like passing their kid off to the cult.
I don't think so at all.
Well, in some that's why the ambiguous kind of nothing burger ending is irritating partially, because there's that, and there's also the fact that she's like didn't not say I would sell my kid to be, you know, into these horrible people, but it's like I was ready to give up everything for this one thing, and I'm like,
I think that's a stupid theory about they gave their kid away. No, they did not.
It's more compelling if one of them did than both of them in some ways.
Yeah, they love their kid. It didn't happen.
You think that they were? Do you think he's handing Alice over then? Because that would actually bring relevance to her dream. That her dream comes true.
No, I truly think they just went home and fucked and went back to their normal lives.
And then they got divorced later for other reasons.
No,
yeah.
Okay, you guys, literally he learned what happens when you even entertain that stuff. It kept not working out and bad things kept happening. The HIV, him getting stalked, the murder that was on him. Like, he apologized to wait. No, never mind. I'm thinking of something else. But he definitely felt guilty about it, and yeah, I really think that it was like just a little rough patch in the marriage, and they got over it.
Well, and simultaneously, the final line from Alice saying we should go fuck kind of implies that she's got this like carnal darkness a little bit. If you're not just looking at it as like an innocent wife and husband.
Well, they hadn't fucked the whole time in the movie, I'm pretty sure. And they're sexually frustrated and then not getting along, and like all of this stuff is happening. So I think the moral of the story is, had they been fucking each other instead of entertaining the idea of other people, it would definitely, you know.
And there's also an element of
fair. Yeah.
If you and your woman are not getting along for a while, doing that activity can be something of a reset button. It doesn't usually cover up. It doesn't cover up any. Well, it doesn't long-term fix anything, but it is a good reset button. It's a good reset button if things have been going weird.
Well, Andy and I actually made
Billy Judd,
a deal or promise or whatever to each other, but we agreed when we got together that even if we were in an argument, we were going to put that aside to to make sure that and so we've actually done that when we've been in like arguments or like mad at each other, not like huge like blowout arguments or anything, but when we're like in a disagreement or like irritated at each other, we have actually made it a point to still be intimate, and it actually like has totally
It's really hard to
resolved.
continue being upset with somebody.
Well, yeah, and so like it's not like we went back to arguing afterwards. So I highly recommend being that way because intimacy is extremely important.
Yeah, no, it is. And I've seen too many relationships where it was weaponized in some form or fashion.
Yeah. Same with kids, and yeah, that's horrible.
Yeah, no, no. If you're with a malevolent person or somebody who's just generally selfish, they're not above using whatever is at their disposal to get their way.
Yeah.
Nobody voted for Frank the Bunny. I don't know who Frank the Bunny is, but
from Donnie Darko.
Yep, Donnie Darko.
Oh, I haven't seen that movie either.
Yeah.
Who put that up?
We got Billy Judd in the house.
I'm happy to see any random American president got some votes because, I mean, there's always the guy with the creepy president mask. You know what I mean?
Well, I'd probably be the plague doctor. Otherwise, Frank.
I chose plague doctor too, babe. That's why I married you.
I would definitely be the Guy Fawkes because I'm dramatic.
There'd be a whole gang of Guy Fawkes in the corner, like just posted up, like so.
Yeah,
no. Uncomfortably tight shirt, no pants. Guy Fawkes
I
mask.
do
That's
not
the
like.
uniform.
I don't like V for Vendetta either. I think it's a really stupid movie, personally.
Wow.
I know.
It's okay. I forgive you.
Fucking hater.
It's a faithful comic adaptation, correct? What up, animation?
Yo, ayo, how you doing, Home Slice? Skizzle Dizzle.
Hey, how's it going?
Home slut for some reason. I don't know why.
So Ayo, did you get to watch Eyes Wide Shut, or have you seen it before?
I watched it for the first time with these guys. So
yeah, no, I think that was everybody. I don't know if Jared's not here, but I don't know if he's seen it already or not. But yeah, that certainly was a movie. Don't watch it with your parents.
Jared said that it's one of him and his wife's favorite movies, and their kids.
Nice. Yes.
I somehow don't think they're.
I'm lying.
Okay, I'm like that doesn't make sense, but I'm like I miss Justin. That being said, I'm pretty confident Evely would hate this movie.
I think he would have DNF'd it.
Yeah, he would have not finished this film.
He might have DNF'd it. Yeah.
That.
Which I think if you DNF a movie on the Iron Seas, that's
it's
fair to say that's
worse than a sink.
That's like you chose, like you sunk it, you like smashed a hole in the side and bailed. You know, like you're like, I'm done with this. This is more than a sink.
Yeah, it's worse than a sink. Like if you DNF it, it's basically like bottom of the ocean. It never saw the surface.
Yeah.
It's Atlantis. It just it's sunk.
Every time I think DNF, I just think do not fuck, because like do not resuscitate. DNR. I don't know.
Yeah. Very apt with this movie.
Yeah, no, that should have been a rule this entire movie. DNF, do not do that. It's like it's weird how internet terms and like abbreviations can get so weird. Like one that I've never liked is EFAP. Mm-hmm. I'm like, why are we talking about electronic fapping? I don't get it. I know what it means now, but it's still I don't like the term.
I don't like the word fap. I think it's stupid as fuck.
It gets some pretty funny GIFs.
I get it.
It gets some pretty funny GIFs when you type it in there. But otherwise, yeah, I agree with you guys.
I'm going to divorce you because you typed that at all.
People really like to make anime edits where you just repeat the same frames. So their arm just moves a little bit like this. And then And then yeah.
Just one hand. Okay, sure.
Yeah, like RoboCop. I think he's
I'm
like,
weird.
It's just like
oh
RoboCop.
yeah, the Robo. Yeah, the Robo.
Yeah.
RoboCop. I'm not gonna say.
Yeah.
It was like a while back. We had Andrew on, and I was like, we got too personal on that show for a minute there. That was funny.
Andrew who?
Briggs. Yeah, he's a talking head kind of creator from Instagram and TikTok and the like. Pretty cool dude, actually.
Wait, you guys had him on?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, fun guy. We talked about
it was a good
Hercules
episode
and such.
Okay, cool.
Good episode, yeah.
Watch that one.
I think that
Jeez,
warrants.
Great.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Wait, he's betraying us?
What the fuck, assholes?
Remember when we wanted to get rid of that? Remember when we wanted to know what that meant?
You guys, I have never lived somewhere in my life that we got so many windstorms where it's just constant howling wind. It's kind of creepy.
I like a good storm, but if I'm working, it can get dangerous. Like for the kind of work we're doing right now, these trusses are so they're 72 feet wide. They're built in 2 parts, and they're so flimsy. If we have major wind, it would bone me for work right now.
No, you love getting boned.
This is true. This is true. The cops think so in their reports. Anyway,
and the Nubian queens that you pull, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I don't know. Yeah, I dated like 3 or 4 black women in a row. It was not on purpose. It just happened that way. But it was
just
like,
happened. Yeah.
This is starting to become a pattern. But
Well,
they want that.
like to them.
They want that caramel Hawaiian baby.
the fat white skinned Hawaiian. Yes.
Babies, and you want me to hijack you right now?
Oh man.
All right, I'm back.
Put a baby in me this month. I'm gonna get really fucking mad.
Oh yeah, she's been hunting for baby.
Hunting for what? Excuse me.
We're trying to have a baby, Kahuna.
Oh, okay.
Kahuna, when a mommy and a daddy like each other very much.
So which Kahuna has the female penis? No.
Married couples should always be fucking, even if they're not trying to have a baby. So
ABF.
Yeah, this is true.
At the minimum, once a day, but preferably 2 to 4 times a day.
That's a job though. At that point, that's a career. That's a career path.
No,
it's a trap.
What?
A job. Unless it's the funnest fucking job I've ever had.
Best job.
Do you get paid like minimum wage or?
Not at all.
Good. Let's just say goods and services are provided. Anyway,
you got friends and you got some benefits, but other than that,
yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I can't say that story on stream.
What story?
Just from when I was working 2 jobs and very tired when I first got married. That's all.
There you
go.
She got hers. We'll say that. But anyway.
Oh, jeez. I hate her. Sorry to say that, but I do.
All right. So, Ao, what did you think about this film, man? Just some basic thoughts, brother.
It turned them on.
I didn't think it was a bad movie, but I wouldn't let it float.
See,
I'm weird.
I really did appreciate that it wasn't predictable like every other freaking
right.
Yeah.
To be that I watch.
I saw what Kubrick was trying to do.
Yeah, no, every scene.
I saw the story they were going for. I can appreciate it. If it wasn't as explicit, I think I would float it.
Yeah.
So I think he was kind of going for like, so it's not like I agree from a personal standpoint, but I can't say that like from the perspective of what he was trying to do. I think the shock and awe was part of it.
Yeah, true. true.
So what did Bill vote? Did we get his?
He said he would liked it, but he would not. He never wants to watch it again. I kind of feel like that's everybody in this, in our
So
group.
is Jared going to be the deciding vote?
Are you, Jared?
Hello, Gerard. How
What's
was
up?
y'all's rehearsal? Do you got a Swan Lake ready for a performance?
All but my everything but my purple tights for the second act. They're still a little loose. I would like them a little more snug in the undercarriage. But
and I promise next time I show up, I'll put the tail on the proper side of my body next time.
That's funny. I mentioned you, and then you just pop up on the screen. So, did you watch the movie?
I did not re-watch it, but I have seen it.
Okay. Yeah.
Sink or float?
Ooh. As a film, as a work of art, as a film work of art, I think it floats.
Yeah. I don't think anybody's under. It's well done.
Yeah,
it's well shot. It's well acted.
Well just the entrance scene when he enters the party with the cult and that choreography with the ritual, you can't really knock that. Even like with the nudity and stuff, it's like they're all going for something. The ritualism is all there, and the choreography, it's like flawless.
Yeah,
like
So
it's like they're doing it right there.
Acting being good and visually, I mean, not talking about all that stuff, but visually and parts of it and how it was not super predictable, I guess I'll concede that it floats too.
Yeah. You know what's crazy about this stuff? It's crazy from a technical standpoint and like a reality standpoint, but like technically, like it's crazy that entire thing was filmed in England, and they built that outdoor set to look like a New York street.
I was wondering if that was a built set of New York, because it kind of looked like it, but they also did a really good job.
Yeah.
It's so good it makes you wonder. It's like a Blade Runner. So it's like, I know this isn't obviously a real street, but it looks like it should be a real street.
Yeah. I think like where you like once you know that it's a set and it's not an actual like filmed on location, then you start noticing things like, it's not as dirty or as worn in,
right?
Not quite as bustling,
as New York would be. But man, like that's it, and like I don't know that it's ever been confirmed, but I am convinced, given everything, all the lore surrounding the film, that he did that because he was afraid to come back to the States.
Yeah, there's been some talk about it, and the way this movie ends, like we've talked about this too, but then you guys are here now, it feels like it ends without saying its final line. It feels like like there's a lot being left unsaid.
The end.
Because it's not what Kubrick. It's not what Kubrick cut. It's not his cut.
Chrisman, he died 6 days after showing this to Kidman, Tom Cruise in the studio.
Yep.
Okay. So there's the connection. Shows it to those guys. 6 days later, he's gone. Everybody starts chopping up the movie. There's allegedly 30 minutes roughly missing. And when people analyze
there's no evidence, like concrete evidence for it, but that would be a really easy thing to alter.
Well, they admitted to altering it to make it an NC-17 rating for the United States. So there's
to avoid the NC-17.
Yeah. So there's the opening.
That was their excuse. But when you hear Roger Avery talk about the original ending, what the ending was supposed to be.
What did he say?
Oh, dude,
I want to know.
And he says there's 24 minutes missing from the film. That's a
long time.
That people have seen, but that's why like there's so much question around it, because the thing is, like with Kubrick, like it's in his contracts. Like Kubrick has final cut on his films. That's just what he does. And then he is no longer with us.
Really
and
bad
now
timing.
Now the film's cut.
Yeah.
But so it is implied.
I knew it.
It's implied in
it,
the ending that Tom and Nicole as it wasn't like it's not it's like as payment and part of the acceptance into that cult, they give
Joining
their
the cult.
child to the cult.
That makes her dream foreshadowing then.
Yes.
That makes her dream foreshadowing.
Yes.
That's
I knew AC was going to have a heyday with all the symbolism in this one.
Roger Avery, for those listening,
Wait.
co-writer
Why do we
of
think that why really logically do we think they gave their daughter to a cult to join it?
It's because of what they're talking about. They're talking about, well, at least we survived, at least we're okay. And then symbolically, they're in a toy shop. The child is checking out things that say stuff on it like magic circle, and the only magic circle we've seen in this movie so far was a bunch of naked women at the cult party.
That's not what I mean though. Why are they giving the child away?
Because
to
join the cult and avoid being killed.
Yeah, at the same time. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, but he gets warned multiple times, and it's brought up. It's like, we don't do this for people.
Yeah,
like this is not normal. Normally, you like at some point, I think he blatantly says you should be dead already. But
yeah,
Yeah. Also,
it's like
this is boss.
Even putting myself in a like I was talking about this earlier, Jared. It's like I've been in a weird state of mind, kind of like Tom Cruise at some point in this movie.
Hold up, who tells him he should have been dead already?
One of the cultists, I think.
The patient, when he finds out that he was part of that too.
Yeah, the doctor guy.
The doctor.
Yeah.
So was it being up in the air like an edit, or was that just part of the... Okay.
That was the edit.
I'll point this out too quick. The only other thing similar to a toy store in the entire movie, so the ending scene where they're in the toy store, the only other thing close to that is the fucking costume shop where the guy who owns it is whoring his daughter out.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that connection. There you go.
Yeah. I am convinced I don't think I will ever be convinced otherwise that this movie did not get him killed.
It looks really bad now.
Yep.
Worse now than ever.
There was apparently a third person narration.
Timing is not flattering on it.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's like now say theory here. He died of natural causes.
Yeah,
really bad timing, if that's true.
Yeah. But I remember I remember when this movie came out. So I was in 98. I remember when the movie came out, and they were even talking about it back then, that there was immediately when he died, people said they like someone killed him because of this movie. Like even back then. So like, I mean, it's been in the zeitgeist ever since.
It's been
like
a thing
now,
since it came out. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you see it, and it's like, oh yeah, that's even more. It's even more likely that that's.
I was telling him
that was his.
I was
fate.
telling him, Jared. The first scene with Nicole Kidman disrobing. There's two pillars, which are the Pillars of Solomon, and Epstein had Pillars of Solomon in his library on his island. So there's that connection. There's Pillars of Solomon constantly. They say it's Masonic, but people like Epstein are fucking all about that shit too. And when you look at what's implied about what they actually believe with like worshiping like Nimrod and Gilgamesh and like Moloch and all these deities and stuff, it's very Babylonian, which is right in line with like Pillars of Solomon shit. So there you go. First scene right off the bat, they just ripped the Band-Aid off. There's the Epstein connection right away with naked Nicole Kidman or whatever. So
Yeah, no, and that's the thing. Like, I've seen art house films with nudity before too. I don't think I've ever seen a movie with this much frequent nudity in it.
Yeah.
It's almost every scene with Nicole Kidman. It's either something she's wearing a sheer, or she's naked. And then later, obviously, with some of those other scenes, and then a bunch of the side quest kind of things going on in this film involve nudity in some form or something explicit in some nature. But like, it does make sense. It is the subject matter, but it's just a lot. It is a lot.
Yeah.
While watching this film over and over again with one hand. Anyway,
And you read that that all they cut was like they tried to say that the only thing they cut was like the gay and lesbian sex scenes at the party or something. Like
24 minutes,
24, right? Yeah, 24 minutes of gay sex. Like, come on.
No. Yeah, and that's the thing is, like with Kubrick is there. Kubrick is notorious. I mean, his films are famous because there is never nothing ever shows up on screen that wasn't deliberate. Like, everything he puts in a film is deliberate. If it's a Kubrick film and you see it, he wanted you to see it that way. And so, you know, you start adding all of that into the lore of the film, and it only lends credence to him being offed, because he was pointing a finger or like holding a mirror up to things that don't want to be scrutinized.
Yeah.
And yeah, you just weighed against his life. Like, ooh, that's a rough one, man. That's a rough one. So like, this film just has like, there's an aura to the. Oh, I hate to use that word because it's how it's been.
It's a real word though.
It's been co-opted, but
There's a vibe. Presence.
Yeah, like there's some stank on that film now.
Yeah, bro. Apparently one of the things removed was a voiceover narration, like an internal monologue.
Yep.
And
because Kubrick films are notorious, they all have a narrator, except
really. Oh well, it's definitely removed then.
Don't quote me on that, but I'm pretty sure like all of his major films have a narrator.
Well, here's one example. Because apparently there's a novella or something that inspired this. So I had the AI here try to piece together the clues here. One of them might have been something along the lines of like, the gray of morning awakened them only too soon. Alice had to take Helena to school, and Bill had a number of early appointments. So the evening hours passed in the predetermined daily routine of work, and the events of the night before began to fade. Right? Something along those lines. But you can see why they would remove the narration with details like Alice had to take Helena to school, because later on, wouldn't there be internal thoughts and stuff about him making the trade, joining the cult, the cost of it, these things, you know? And when you think about it, there is long periods of silence where it really is begging for narration. It really is.
Yeah.
And like, I'm thinking particularly about when he's imagining his wife cheating on him.
No, for me again, this whole film feels like a weird trip down. It feels familiar, in a really uncomfortable way. Because like not the cult stuff, no, but like a lot of the other feelings between husband and wife, weird interactions and weird feelings and weird choices going on. It's like, I've been through all that, like really close to that, remarkably close. And it's just not, it's really weird to see it on screen.
Yeah. It's going, ooh.
Especially like that manic, weird energy she had, like the almost trance-like way she was speaking, and the like this weird, it's like she was possessed. And I'm like, that my wife used to act like that a lot.
I'm getting a coffee refill. I'll be right back.
That's your fourth cup.
Like you're just kind of going through the motion. You're not really thinking about it.
No, it's like, well, it's like the soul, her soul's gone, but something is driving the suit, and it's not really her. And that's I've had a marriage where there were times like that. The more I look back on certain portions of my marriage, I'm like, there are some really, really unusual things happening. Like, in some stuff I can't talk about publicly, but like privately at some point. But yeah, just crazy stuff, man. And and then also, like, Jared, since you got here, AOU too, it's also like this aspect of the slippery slope. Like, every choice each character makes leads to the next bad choice. Like, this whole film, you could have called it slippery slope.
I was actually surprised by like how lucky Tom Cruise's character was, like over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, he
the idea of he's getting all these second chances.
He did not face a real consequence for any of the actions he and his wife took.
Yeah, like he wants to sleep around, but like he just doesn't quite go for it. And then
when he does go for it, it's too late. And then it turns out he was like she had.
And it turns out like she had like HIV, and it's like he missed that barely, and it's like okay, it's like dodge a bullet.
Yeah,
like 3 times. I'm like, it's like the idea of he wants to spiral, and life is giving him every opportunity not to.
Yeah, and his wife's going crazy, and it's like also Jared. So imagine you're at a Christmas party and you see a guy dancing that close to your wife.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
whoa.
You could at least politely be like, "Hey, may I have my wife back?"
No, I wouldn't be polite. I've been through this.
What you talking about?
I've been through this pony show before, so no, I don't play that.
No, I would not. I would not.
Not that your wife would ever do that. I know that. Just like put yourself in that position. I'm like, I would call that like that's not.
We call that where I come from. That's grounds for an ass whooping right there.
Well, yeah. I'm just saying if you didn't want to catch charges, or like maybe maintain like good decorum with the fellow doctors or whatever. But maybe you got to establish some dominance if that's going on.
Sir,
let the doctors watch.
Would you, if it wouldn't inconvenience you, get your lips off my wife's nose? Thank you.
Yeah.
Get away from my woman while I piss on this here tree over here and mark my territory.
That's my wife. That's not your nose. I peed on it first. That's mine.
It has my scent on it.
Yeah. I marked my territory anyway. I see why you didn't rewatch this, Jared. I don't have a desire to ever watch this film again.
No, it's especially like I had no desire to watch it before Epstein was ever arrested. Like before the general public even knew that name. And I have less than zero desire. I have negative desire to see this now, to see it again.
Yeah, because it looks much worse. Yo, RJ, what's up, man?
What's up, dude?
We're hanging out, we talking, we having a good time. But yeah, no, so everybody I've talked to seems to have the general consensus. Well-made film. Uncomfortable. Too close to too much like a documentary.
Yeah.
No need to see it again.
Yep. Pretty much.
Well, it's historic now. It's even more historic. And like, if there's ever any evidence that actually surfaces that this is what killed Kubrick, then holy crap, man! Like, we can all pretty much strongly infer once you just look into it a little bit. A couple of podcasters here on this corner of YouTube figured it out, so I'm pretty sure it's pretty simple to piece together. 1 + 1 = 2. So
yeah,
that's a good that's a good password. No one will figure it out. It's like my safe word is don't stop. Anyway, I can't. There's no way this could go wrong. No way, no how. Oh, oh man.
Guy Fawkes is in the lead, by the way, with Plague
yeah, there was a
Doctor.
poll.
What's our
Plague
poll?
Doctor.
What's the poll?
Oh,
Sweet
it's
Antonio.
what mask do you choose on your way into the party, Jared? Guy Fawkes, Plague Doctor, Frank the Bunny, or any random American president?
My vote's Nixon. Aroo!
I told him I would go. I'd take the Guy Fawkes mask and a bomb. That seems like the right way to approach that party.
Yeah.
Now, if the movie was made today, it would just be a bunch of furries in a circle.
What were the choices again? Guy Fawkes.
It was Guy Fawkes, any U.S. president, Frank the Bunny. What was the other one? Let me see.
Frank the Bunny from Donnie Darko.
Yeah. Or Plague Doctor. Yeah, so far 44% of the votes were Guy Fawkes, 33% were Plague Doctor, and then 22% was any random president. I really enjoyed the Guy Fawkes mask, so that's going to be my answer. Plus, I'm not going to go as a bunny.
You can say it's a rabbit.
No, that doesn't make it less anime girl-esque to me. It's not a bunny mask, it's a rabbit. A rabbit. Oh man.
I would probably go as a president. I would go as a president. Yeah.
Richard the Dick Nixon. Yes, perfect. No.
Tricky Dick. That was his name. That was his nickname. Tricky Dick.
What a name. Yeah. It's like I had a grandpa, his name was Dick, and he would not go by Richard. He would just
I'm gonna go Cambodian on their asses.
Oh. Yeah, no, yeah. It's like stuff like this makes me question. Like years and years ago, like 2016, 2017, there was all these interviews of a woman talking about how she was participated in all these rituals when she was a young girl and all these things, and it like not every conspiracy is true, but it does make you wonder now, like how many of those people were telling the truth and how much of what they said actually happened. It does make you question.
Yep.
It's kind of unfortunate.
A lot of them are probably true in some capacity somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's true. It's like I mentioned earlier. It's like the reason people so readily accept this kind of thing in fiction, like secret societies and all these weird cults and things of that, and like leadership doing demonic things, is because on the subconscious level, everybody unknowingly believes that this could be true.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're like,
yeah.
Even if you say, "Oh, this would never happen," it's like what you readily accept in fiction. It says something about what you think of the world. In some ways, anyway.
Yeah,
but it's like, Jared, you're right. It's like, well, what's something you put in your book that maybe not like weird orgy cults, but like something that isn't confirmed to be true, but I don't know, or something like what's something in your world that represents something else in an interesting way? I suppose that's one way to word it.
Oh, well, it depends on how you look at it. Like I didn't do it intentionally, but I could see how through like a certain lens, you could take the main antagonist of my story, my book, and draw some pretty good parallels with
historical figures.
kind of not really historical figures, but like a key element in some like ancient historical figures, like kind of the through line, where it's like after like so much power has been attained and like an empire has spread so far, there's this. It seems to be like accumulating concubines becomes like a sport. To a lot of historical figures,
this degradation of like morality or decency.
Yeah, and I think
it's like every society has an underworld element in it. Like anything that's illegal is available somewhere, somehow, everywhere, always. That's I believe that's mostly true, even if it's not true for periods of time. But the more openly accepted degradation and sin and bad things are, I think how openly accepted that is does reflect on the society to a degree.
Yeah. And with this, so in my book, the main antagonist, he has a collection of concubines, but once they are no longer appealing for him, or that he just discards them, and there's kind of like this one of the things that happens to the concubines that I don't like. It's not in the first book. You only see like a byproduct of it in the first book, but it'll be more in depth in the second book. But one of the things that renders his concubines like unappealing to him sexually is when they get pregnant, and they produce the coupling of the emperor and the concubine. If it produces an offspring, is this like hideous abomination. And he starts to collect them. So there's like this horde of these little bastard monsters.
There's something kind of like that in Shadow of the Conqueror, except he was truly unaware. He's like, oh, I've never had any. Like we always took care of it. There were never any children of mine. It's like, actually, this pirate that we're fighting right now is one of your children, and he is as effed up as you are.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. These like so in my book I call them the Migia, and they never grow to full stature. They don't have any
They have deformities of some kind.
Well, they just have there's no facial feature, just a mouth with a lot of teeth. And but they're all kind of telepathically connected to him in some way, on some level. And so they kind of become his eyes and ears in the world. Well, I mean, for lack of a better term, they don't even have eyes, but like
they become his mouth in the world.
Pretty much. And they're just like these really hideous things that are kind of terrifying, because they kind of embody him in a way. It wasn't intentional, but like you think about it, it's like there's a parallel between them and like the mindless masses that follow
and also the different treatment of bastard children throughout history as well. It's an interesting thing to kind of address. It's like they're in my bigger fantasy world, where basically I had a fantasy world that's a bit more limited, and then I have one that has a little bit more of everything. The centaurs are pretty messed up, because they're technically monsters in my world, which means that they have an aversion to creation and life in general. And they do things for the sake of cruelty, not for the sake of necessity, like other animals.
Yeah.
And so part of that boils down to, oh yeah, Yeah, the in the helmet shot is so good, dude.
No, please continue. I'm just playing this while we talk.
Oh, okay. But because of how they were created, basically, the person who created the race of centaurs was a wizard, and they used the most powerful magic in the known world, which is that of combination and blending. So they had this thought. It's like, hey, what if a person had the stamina and power of a horse? And so they created centaurs.
Mm.
But because they were not experienced enough to know how to control it, and they weren't cautious enough, what it did was it created centaurs, which have the intelligence of people and the needs and desires of people, but none of the restraint, because animals are all instinct.
Yeah.
So they just turn into they are monsters. And because of how powerfully they were created, anything that they copulate with forcibly, the child will be a centaur, and most creatures die in childbirth. So there are no more horses in my world. Like they're talking about like dinosaurs.
No more horses.
Man, they ain't horsing around.
Dang.
Yeah, they really should have bridled their enthusiasm.
So they took the Neanderthal way out, huh?
So are there some emo horse girls anyway?
Oh yeah. So we made the live act. I had AI. I worked with it. I made the AI version.
I'm still working on mine.
AI version of AO's horse girl, the goth centaur girl. I'll post it back in the main feed again, and then we'll bring it up on here. But yeah, no, it's. I like to take. It's like that's what part of what fiction does. It's like something is right and wrong in our world. Okay, well, let's take that further in fantasy, where things can be exaggerated to the point, like to their fullest extent. What does that look like in that case? And yeah, that's pretty much what that looks like. So let's see. You got it, AC, or no?
Say that again. Sorry, I was distracted over here.
No. You're good. You're good. I'll bring it up on the main page here. Bada bing. Ta-da! Wait, wrong thing.
Yeah. This is one of the mascots of the channel now.
We got her, boys.
Yeah.
Also, the problem is because like the third version of her, which I thought was going to be the finished version, the dress only covered her human portion in the front. I'm like, no, because if you wear clothing, you would have it cover all of you, not just the human bits. So I'm like, make it cover the horse part of the body as well. Otherwise,
Jared,
it's gonna raise some really uncomfortable questions.
Judging
but now the problem is, like, if I try to make a video of this, I have to say that she's a centaur, and still half of the time when a video is made from this image, like, it just makes it look like she has a gigantic ass.
Well, I was gonna say this,
not like a horse, but
you can see that she's a centaur. But the way that AI did this is almost like practical effects, right? Like I was gonna ask Jared, what do you
this
like?
could
This
be a
almost
cosplay.
looks...
Because of the dress covers most of it. This could be a cosplay.
Tyler, bring your window back up. Share that again, because I'm down
let me get
I'm down to share your art whenever you do it. That was one thing I was gonna say.
You
Whenever you're on, we should have you drawing or something, because that's awesome. Just having an artist around. Is this the centaur girl?
Yeah. Okay. I'm not done yet, but
okay, let's see here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, Kahuna.
That was my bad.
You do it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you were gonna redraw her because we have the little PNG for her on the notifications and such, but
so I'm still working on it. I just haven't gotten around to
it. Oh, you gave her horse ears too, yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's been watching anime anyway.
No,
figured it out.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Is she wearing Converse? She has to be wearing Converse. Give her okay, so since horses have longer legs, give her some Converse high tops that lace up a little bit. Yeah. Goes up to like that first knee joint. Yeah, that would be perfect. or at least on the backside only or something. I don't know, but like goth girls, I feel like a lot of scene girls and goth girls like always wore those super high top Converses that like keep lacing up almost like a corset.
Yeah, no, whenever there's a centaur in fiction, it always raises some anatomical questions I'm not brave enough to ask.
I have a question about centaur anatomy, and it's more centaur anatomy theory. It's like, so a horse's abdomen, horses have massive lungs and a huge intestinal cavity. But then you add a human torso on top of that. Is like, what's in the human torso? Is it just like extra lungs? Like what's in there?
2 sets of lungs, a separate stomach. They would have a crazy metabolism, actually. Now that you think about it,
but like what's in the, like what is in? Where are the guts in
it's
a
already a
centaur?
monster. It's already a monster with 6
I don't
limbs.
know about centaurs in general, but you know what? I have some effed up anatomy details about mine in my fantasy world. So you know how like the there's the question, is it the horse genitals or the human genitals?
Oh, it's gotta be the horse, right?
It's both.
It's
yeah.
Oh.
See, yeah,
That's a monster. Yeah. That is a monster.
Yeah, see, that gets uncomfortable real quick.
Now it's like a demonic monster.
So do they wear like the thing around the? Where is it? Where?
See, now you want to know.
Where is it?
Wait till you start thinking about centaur cows with like the udders.
So right there where the chest starts turning into the front legs, and then also in the back.
Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah.
Oof.
Damn.
Also, Billy Judd is asking me, did you hear about James Vanderbeek? Is he dead?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, no way.
Oh, Robert Duvall died recently.
Yeah, no, a whole bunch of people were puking out here recently. Bill's writing. I get this I'm writing a wholesome Zorn adventure, and I get that comment. Oh man. It's like we were taught, like blue collar work at work today. We were talking about racial slurs, obviously, because that's something we do. It's like I learned a new one for white people recently. Mayonnaise monkeys. I'm sitting there. I'm like, I would love to be called that by somebody.
Not as bland as cracker. So
that's so generic. Absolute
cinema.
No, this is coming together good, man. Yeah. No, for this one, I tried to have a video where the Grok version or whatever, where she is flirting with a boy in a stable, but because she's behind a half door, he doesn't see that she's a centaur, and so he has to find out later. It'd be fun.
How'd you like to go for a ride? I was about to ask you.
Hair's standing up. Here's a question that not related to anything we've been talking about. What's a movie that scared you as a child or made you like nervous?
Like scared me then,
easy.
But not now, or still does?
Either one.
Blair Witch Project.
Let me think.
That movie scared the living crap out of me for a couple of reasons. But
which one was it?
Oh, the Blair Witch Project. It has everything, nothing to do with the film and everything to do with the prep.
Yeah.
Also, What Lies Beneath.
Never saw that. Or did I see that one? I might have seen that one. But no, I was a young teenager when I saw the Blair Witch Project, not in theaters. But my dad said this is a found footage film. Most of those are fake, but this one is real. It's not real. But he had us convinced, me and my buddies and my brother, that it was just a found footage film, and this is the best, like to the best of their ability, this is how they put it together in a basic order, and this is the best guess they have. And with that understanding, that film is very, very scary if you believe that it's actual found footage. That's the only way it's really scary, in my opinion. But yeah, so I was terrified of that movie. What about you, Jared?
RoboCop.
That movie's kind of scary, actually.
Like I was way too young for the.
Also, there are tits in that movie.
Oh yeah, for that and like the sheer amount of violence in that movie for being young, I was like, holy shit, this is terrifying. They shot the guy in the balls.
Baby Jared's like,
oh my gosh, yeah.
After the movie, justice.
Dude, my grandma Christmas, Granny Christmas, she was kind of wild.
Like, I think I like her already. Yeah.
yeah. But I think I was probably like,
had to be young.
Yeah. What year did RoboCop release?
Before I was born.
80 something.
It was 87.
Okay.
So it was 87 and
7 years before I was born. Yeah.
I saw it on HBO. So that would have been probably 88. I was 10 years old.
That was
10 years,
yeah.
10,
that was
10 years
9
old.
years before I was born. No.
7 or 6 years before me, but
yeah, 10 years old, and I had never seen, like, that's the first R-rated movie I ever saw, and like I'd never seen anything with that kind of extreme graphic violence, and then it was just like, oh, here's RoboCop. This sounds cool. It's like, dear God, yeah.
It's a lot, man. My sister had an experience like that too, because my sister, she's vintage 98, and so when she was pretty young, maybe a year after it came out, she watched Spider-Man, the original one, Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
She was, guess who she was scared of?
Oh, the
Green Goblin.
Norman Goblin. Yeah.
William Dafoe. And
Misery,
you know what?
misery.
Valid. He is creepy. And he does such a good job in that movie.
So good.
You know, I'm somewhat of a scientist myself.
I'm something of a childhood nightmare myself. And then what was it? I got scared by weird stuff because, like, sometimes it rarely had to do much with what I was watching. It had more to do with my perception of it.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't have cable. My family never had cable when I was growing up. So only time I would get to watch TV not explicitly rented from a movie rental store was when I went to a friend's house or my grandparents' house. So I was at my friend's house. We were watching Captain Planet.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this episode where some of the kids, like, they're facing off against this evil scientist, and he has this serum that turns people into giant rat versions of themselves.
Yeah, you've told me about that one before, yeah.
And you know that's not a bad thing, but you know the problem? If you don't finish the story, you don't see that that's not true. So I ended halfway through the arc. Half of the heroes are turned into these giant rat monsters forever, and I leave horrified. That's all. That's what I leave. That's what I'm left with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
this,
Bill, he was scared of Dogma, the poop.
That was pretty creepy. I can see that. Yeah.
I never saw Dogma, actually. I should. I heard.
Yeah. After I watched Blair Witch Project, I had nightmares of being lost in the woods, wandering with something like stalking me. And
Bill was afraid of that movie too because he's afraid of being in the woods with a girl.
Yeah, I get it. And then after What Lies Beneath, it was kind of like water and like ghosts type shit. Like I had nightmares with that shit too. It was creepy. Oh my goodness! I just remembered an even earlier one, Nosferatu. Boys.
Oh,
the first one,
creepy movie.
Yeah, I had nightmares as a little kid. As a little kid, I was afraid to like go to sleep. I thought a vampire was going to bite me.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Dude, the first movie I was ever scared, like legit scared of, was Secret of Nim. And
yeah.
Yeah. Like my aunt took me to see that in the theater. So
that's
it's
a
like
good movie though.
This giant rat on this humongous screen with these giant red eyes. I was terrified. I developed a phobia of rats after that.
I got skeeved out by Watership Down.
Mm-hmm.
Because that movie was for some reason rated Universal, which is like basically G for the entire world. And that is not true.
It's pretty freaky.
Then the horse got depressed and
well, a lot of people
gave up and died.
I think for me, it might have been Return of the King, specifically the Shelob scene.
I was gonna say Shelob.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, because I was young when I was in the theater watching that.
Yeah,
and that freaked me out something awful for the longest time.
I got scared by a preview of the Balrog. I saw the Balrog. I'm like I'm very young. Like I heard about demons at church, and then I'm at the thrift store and there's one on the screen, a very scary looking demon. When I was very young, I was like, I had to be 6. Like I'm young at that point because the movie wasn't even out yet. But yeah. It was right.
They're the two movies that made me nervous when the lights turned out. What Exorcist 3.
Oh yeah.
And Event Horizon.
That one is underrated.
And both of those two movies hold up.
They hold up really well.
Yeah.
Honestly, the first Exorcist, to this day, it's my favorite horror film. The first.
Oh yeah,
it's like people act like it's not scary. It's like it's not scary in the way that a movie is now. But I read the Bible. I'm like, this is not out of the realm of possibility.
Mm-hmm.
And also, just hearing a kid swear like that is freaky.
Yeah.
It's not normal. Because hearing a little girl swear with intention and knowledge of what there's like, you've heard little kids like freaking out and just saying words they know they're not supposed to say.
Yeah.
Like because they're having a moment
in the wrong context or the wrong tense,
which is even funnier. It's like my son when he's younger, he couldn't say horse, but he would say whore. So whore, I'm like, no, that's your mom's friend. No, I wouldn't say that. But
dude, it's so funny, man. I will always succeed because I am insane.
This is Roach from the Witcher games.
Yeah. Roach is the man.
Having a moment. Yeah, no. I try to keep my kids from having moments. Apparently Thorin does he was swearing at a kid the other day. Thorin, you're not watching this, so it's fine. Of all the ways he could have reacted to the situation, it wasn't optimal, but it's better than how he's reacted to his situation was in the past. I'm like, swearing is like the least of the thing. Like, I'm worried about him punching kids or having like other physical things with kids. Like, that's what I'm worried about. So, him swearing, I'm not gonna lose my head over that.
Remember, son, use your words.
Mother. I know a lot of words, Dad. Or wait, I have modulate.
I got a lot of words, Dad.
It's like my mom's like, he's 9, he shouldn't swear at all. I'm like, she's like, when did you start swearing? I'm like, when I was 14. I was a baby, dude. I was mostly an easy child, mostly. And then like I wasn't scared of it, but it did create like a weird fascination as a child. I went to my grandparents' house when I was sick. I was like, all right, well, let's turn on Sci-Fi Channel. It's always weird, even if it's not good. It's always weird, so that's fun. And I watched a movie about a shark-human hybrid, and then that became a weird period of like obsession about those kind of. You know how many movies there are about that? A lot.
That specific hybridization?
Yes, humans and sharks. Shocking amounts. Yeah, like I'm talking almost 30. They had a whole month dedicated to it when I was a kid. And so I watched
more than
almost
sharks
all
and tornadoes.
Was it leading up to Shark Week?
It's like, what if humans and sharks became one?
Weird, man. Oh, you know what my grandpa did to me when I was a kid. I forgot about this. This actually predates Secret of Nim. Like,
oh no,
I was a little kid, staying at Grandma and Grandpa's house, and Grandma and Grandpa puts on. It was on TV. Put on the movie Dragon Slayer.
Oh
Like,
yeah, that old
OG
film, yeah.
Dragon movie, man. And like, so and then Grandma and Grandpa are in the kitchen washing the dishes, and the dragon comes on screen, and I run into the kitchen and hide under the kitchen table when the dragon comes on the screen, and my grandpa knows I'm there.
It is startling. I do remember that scene. Yeah.
My grandpa knows I'm there, but he doesn't say anything to me, and he says, "Boy, Bonnie, I tell you what, if a dragon was after me, the last place I'd want to hide is under the table, because that's the first place they go." And he turned around and walked, and like to hear him tell the story, it's like as soon as he said it, he turned around, and I was like beelining back out from underneath the kitchen table.
Oh, that's good. That's good stuff, dude. Grandpa's having fun.
Yeah.
It's like, you want to know why Dad's tough? Grandpa raised him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man. Wait, pause that. Where'd it go? Full screen. There we go. We'll share here. But yeah, so I might look it up in a second because I'm curious. How many shark human hybrid movies are there?
Oh, dude,
and looking back, I'm like, there is a weird common theme.
I'm very curious.
It's like I did note, like looking back, there's this weird idea. It's like the woman having a desire to be monstrous. That was a really common theme in almost all of them, not all of them. It's like, because like in some versions, woman and the shark, they figure it out old school. In other films, it's like, oh, I used my egg, my egg, not like some donor or something.
Weird.
I remember this. This is good. Actually, yeah. Share the sucker real quick.
Bob is a bitch.
That's pretty great.
I don't like how electronic she sounds.
Well, what you can do is you
seriously
can mute that, and you can do the same thing that they do with anime and dub it.
I don't have a very good Victorian era goth centaur girl voice myself, but somebody could for sure. All right, we're taking to Grok because I want to know about this human shark hybrid nonsense.
I couldn't find a number.
List every human / shark hybrid film. Let's see.
Well, it's more than 47.
Oh, holy smoke. How many of these have I seen? It's probably a lot. It's probably more than it should be.
Hammerhead Shark Frenzy 2005.
All the way Shark Side of the Moon 2020.
Shark Side of the Moon 2020.
Wow.
That is so funny. I want to watch that movie. Sharks versus mermaids. Oh my goodness. Oh, so like they're like werewolves. They're like weresharks. That's what that one's about. Creature. No, there has to, like, they're not going to list it on Grok, but there's a whole bunch of them. I remember there being like a whole month of these dang movies. Oh yeah, no, I remember that. Devilfish, that I saw that one. Yeah, also known as Monster Shark. Shark, red on the ocean, or devouring
Shark
land.
Boy and Lava Girl. I don't think that one counts.
Apparently, they had They had a whole bunch of names for it. Oh yeah, and then you have like the weird human shark hybrid babies, and they're it's dumb, dude. It was a weird thing to have an obsession about as a child.
I'm thinking the future. I'm like, look, I lay my eggs, and then you spread your fertilizer.
I got eggs for you. You like them scrambled? Anyway, here we are. Oh man. What was a weird? Okay, so I can't be the only weirdo out there. What was a weird thing you got obsessed with when you were younger? Maybe, probably not just temporarily. Just a weird thing you were.
Oh, temporarily.
Really,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
That
Not
narrows it down.
not to the proper proportions of horse girl ears. Ayo. I can tell you, my grandpa had the tism.
I was like
Let
writing.
them
I was like writing in like 7th grade. I don't know how young you want to go, but I was like messing around with that early.
Writing
before that it was like strategy games. I used to draw like mazes in school. Like I just sit there and fuck around doodling like mazes.
We got a question. Y'all listen to War Mode?
War Mode?
I don't think I've even heard of it. Yeah,
it's a good name
what's
though.
War Mode?
Yeah,
sounds like a good band actually. Yeah.
Also, what up, Justin? How you doing?
What's up, brother? Yeah, no, no. For a little while, I kept on trying to find a natural source of body paint so I could have war paint that was natural.
Oh, sick.
I probably, looking back, I think I actually poisoned myself at one point.
Yeah, you'll get
I'm like, oh, this pollen from this weird plant, I can put it makes yellow tiger stripes on my arms. Okay, this is fine.
I only break out a little bit.
3 days. They don't know what happened.
There's only a mild reaction.
He came back with a with a mollusk in his mouth, and you don't know what happened to him. Oh, I remember the first time I was scared of an animal, centipede.
Mm.
I was in Hawaii at my grandma's house, north side, Honokohau Valley. Sat down on the toilet to do my business, and because the walls and the doors are not real walls and doors, the walls only go up 8 feet for most of the house. So it like the house is very open in that way, very, very tropical in that way. And underneath the bathroom slider door comes this thick as one of my ring, probably my ring finger. Black 9 or 10 inch centipede. And that thing wants my ass. It goes after my feet, and then I lift my legs off the floor, and I'm yelling, and it's reaching up trying to get my. One of the most aggressive animals I've ever encountered, and it's not just that one. I've talked to other people who deal with them all. They're aggressive mother effers, dude. They will go after you,
dude. Imagine if that thing was like 2 or 3 feet long. That's horrifying.
Oh yeah, no, that's a big nope for me. I would believe I would be their extinction event if that were true.
Yes.
I would be there. Yeah.
I'm like, all will be fine. You just all these centipedes just have to wear this yellow star. It's not weird. Anyway, we just made a giant centipede Nazi joke. So moving on from that.
My first animal / bug was probably a spider. Spider fear.
For me, when I was a child, exposure therapy worked. I was afraid of heights, and then my dad lifted me up on a 33 feet up on the fork of a forklift and started shaking it around. I was very young. I was like 10, maybe. Anyway, I wasn't afraid of heights after that. I got bitten by a spider around the same age, and then I had to be hospitalized, and then they had to clean it out and cut out the dead flesh a month later, and it was fun.
Been by a recluse, a brown recluse.
That's what we think. Yeah. I say it is just because it's easier. We don't know for sure.
Yeah,
but yeah,
if it goes necrotic like that, though.
Yeah, well, like we got shots in it right away, but like I got bitten in the morning, and by that night I couldn't walk.
Whoa. Yeah, it could have been. It could have been a red recluse, a yellow recluse, a white recluse. You know, we don't know.
Every race of recluse, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Recluse.
Yeah, recluse. Yeah.
White trash recluse. Yeah.
Those are the dirtiest.
You gotta be
Those are the
careful with those
dirtiest,
ones.
yeah.
The Rouge
They'll
Recluse.
give you a really good deal on stolen goods, but then they'll also like go after your family.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I'm trying to think of like what random thing I got obsessed with when I was a kid.
Card games, and I'm still upset.
Herman, ex-wife recluse.
Ex-wife recluse, yeah.
She doesn't. She may or may not attack you. That's a 50-50, but she will take half of your stuff.
And she is a spider lady.
Thoughts on the?
Well, nothing wrong. Nothing.
I love all the film people.
Which
they never
Jews
have
specifically? Like,
right, the ones that
there's
any
one guy a
class
long
of
time ago. They really nailed him. Anyway,
Mel Brooks, I like him. You know, he's nice. He's funny.
It's like ask me that about any group of people. Do you like black people? Like largely, yeah.
Oh,
but
just
I also
large
grew up in
ones, huh?
Tacoma,
Okay.
So
yeah, literally, we're talking. There's nothing wrong with any group until they become like cannibal PDF cults. You know what I'm saying?
then they got to go.
And still, that comes down to individuals, not. It's like you can't. Yeah, that's not a gene.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
born with
Some
that.
communists, not all. Just...
we can largely agree.
I'm
communism.
sure
So
communists are
there's
people. So.
That's fair.
Oh,
Yeah,
you know what? I got like where my tism showed up when I was a kid. Like I would organize random things.
Oh.
And I would have like these like this small collection of toys organized thusly, and then this other collection of unrelated toys organized thusly in another place. And like I would do that a lot.
No, I could see that. I collected a lot of rocks. I remember that. I would just grab rocks, and then I'd give them to my family as gifts, and they'd have to pretend they like it, or at least my grandma did. It's like, oh, this is a nice rock. I'll put it with the other rocks.
I found it in your driveway.
I would scribble pictures on homework before I turned it in. I would like draw a whole portrait on the back or something.
So you were
I don't
always,
do that
you
anymore
were always
because I don't have homework.
so the guy who does animation and art also did that was also doing art.
But I don't have homework anymore, so technically
pay the snow. Wow, I don't know what's going on here. Thoughts on the term hypernormalization? It's a modern day nonsense term, in my opinion. It could be used to describe something, but it's just like what's wrong with normalization?
It's usually misused.
Yeah, it's like what's wrong with the word normalization?
I guess if it's excessive, you know, or an extreme thing being normalized,
then that's by definition not normal.
Not normal,
so
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's is an oxymoronic word.
No, I mean like they're pushing to normalize it in an extreme way.
Yeah, like aggressive normalization.
I agree with the idea, but not the word. I don't like. So that's I don't like the word.
Yeah.
Bad word.
It sounds like
normalization.
It sounds like a Zoomer word.
I'm not, dude. We're looking up important things like goth centaur girls. Okay, so no.
Yeah, and screaming xenomorphs.
Alien singing, xenomorphs.
I'd watch this band. I would.
But that band
I'd be a
goes
little.
hard, dude.
It seems dangerous.
The xenomorphs.
I don't think you want to go, and I don't think you want to go to the back room after this concert. Yeah, might get a little freaky.
Yeah, the green room just has a bunch of eggs.
Ripley
in it.
and the xenomorphs. There
Dude,
Jared's trying to figure out if he knows this singer.
Yeah,
No,
he's
it's
I
like-
think I've seen this.
I'm thinking that like you could. I mean, you could pull that off. Like the right band could pull that off.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, for real.
That'd be dope, dude. I'd watch that band.
Well, lay it on us what the term means, buddy. We're here for it. We're hanging out. We're all good.
We trust you.
We're in good
For
fun
sure.
here.
Yeah, go ahead. Let us know. Well, I'll listen. Promise.
Yes.
I will not read it in a funny voice, and definitely won't do that. Never do that. Ugh. It's like how did like also the way they used to rate movies, like I look back on some of the PG movies I watched as a child. I'm like, this is
Gremlins.
not PG. This is like,
Yeah, people were tougher back then.
Yeah.
it's like PG still had nudity in some of those films back then.
The good old days.
Oh, there you go. All right. Hi, I'm from Australia. It's all right. Did you have to type that upside down or what? Anyway, hi, welcome. Actually, yeah, no, because yeah, you guys are probably just waking up now if you're in Australia.
Yeah, what up, Australia?
Good day, mate.
Good day,
Dude,
mate.
They're
Trip
tuning
on
in
the
from the
Bobby.
future, man.
Yeah. We got time travelers in the chat today. That's
Heck
cool.
yeah,
That's
man.
cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we,
So, wait, guys. I'm going to definitely read this in a normal voice.
Do it.
Hypernormalization refers to a societal state where everyone knows the system is failing and corrupt, but no alternative can be imagined. People and leaders continue to act as if everything is
Dot, dot, dot.
normal.
I see.
There we go.
I see.
Okay.
So that's what it means.
Yeah.
So knowing that,
So nihilism.
I think that's kind of like where we're at. No, it kind of it is kind of like it's a nihilistic. It makes me feel nihilistic to think that there's no way to
trying
change.
think of like another
They're
word.
wrong about but I mean, maybe some people, but like, I can imagine an alternative. I can imagine several alternatives. They all involve a lot of violence and public
What's the word?
executions. but-
Apathetic or something?
Yeah, I think step one is finding all the members of the Eyes Wide Shut cult in real life.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I haven't even read a lot of the stuff that's coming out. It's but I think the thing is, like, for a lot of us, we're not surprised by anything that's being revealed at this point.
My
Like, I
parents
can't imagine,
probably
Jared,
called
you
me
weren't
20 years
surprised.
ago.
AC, you can't have. AO, you're a smart guy. You weren't surprised by anything that people were saying, were you?
No, I mean,
It's a little shocking to actually see it written down, but it's not.
The thing that sucks about this is because, like, who wants to be right? Who wants to be right about this?
Yeah,
It's like, I'd really rather be wrong.
Exactly.
I wish I would much rather been wrong. I would have been so much happier to have my kooky conspiracy theory proven to be just a theory or like debunked.
I
But
would
no, it's
gloat,
like-
but I would be depressed doing it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It sucks. It's like, and like on one hand, it's like, okay, good. Now you okay, good. Welcome to the party, pal. I've been posting that one a lot lately.
Yeah.
Like, welcome to the party, pal. It's like better late than never, but shit, man. Like,
I
where
do
were you
wonder if
15
people-
years ago?
I do wonder if people are going to go back, like, for all the people who were dissing on the Sound of Freedom. I do wonder how many of those people might go back and give that a watch for the first time now.
Yeah,
it's possible.
Right.
That's a hard film to watch.
Mm.
That's a very uncomfortable. I
I
think
still
important.
haven't watched it.
Oh
yeah,
dude, it's rough. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a dad.
Yeah.
It's rough. It's a rough gig. Robin Brown. I was called a B-lister recently. I said, at least I'm not an E-lister.
An Epstein lister. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Thank you for AC. Thank you for connecting that. I was like, what do
Nice.
you? I don't
Well
get it. I don't
played.
get it.
Well played.
So I guess B-lister would be Biden.
To be able, everybody, like, those kind of lines always end up in books and in movies and shows, but rarely do people actually get to say them in real life. Like, my dad, he practiced it enough that it became second nature. It's like, because he's always been in charge of people, so as long as I've been alive, almost. And so someone's like, "Can I ask a stupid question?" Better than anyone I know. he had
That's
that
hilarious.
like
You go to
he had
school
it. He was
stupid?
ready.
Yes, sir. And I
Locked
came out
and
the same
loaded.
way.
Or it's like my dad gets bothered by random things. It's like, "Oh, have a good one." After the person leaves, have a good one. What? What's one? Why only one? It bothers him, and it's really, really funny. He's a funny guy because, like, what bothers him and what he finds funny is just, yeah. The guy
Hey,
not
animation.
on camera sounds like Taylor from the PKA podcast.
Yeah,
I don't
I was
know
gonna
that
say.
podcast, so I assume that's Pikachu Clucks Association. Anyway.
Yeah.
I will
That,
accept what you said as a compliment.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tyler
And,
sounds like
Taylor,
Taylor.
Taylor's a girl's name. You never know. Anyway.
Yeah.
Hilariously, my name is Tyler, so
Yeah.
It's close. It's close.
very close.
Oh, here's a question. Ayo. I know your name is Tyler, but it's really weird to call you that for some reason. I'll reveal why in a minute. What do you think of other guys with the name Tyler? As an average, based on your own personal experience.
They tend to be taller than me.
That is way funnier
As I'm
than
taking a
any answer
drink.
I could have anticipated.
You're welcome.
That's really good. That's good, dude. That's good. I was gonna say most of the Tylers I know were either really good with women or really douchey or both. One does not preclude the other.
Chat's over here chanting 6-7
I am
at
the
us. I think they're
elusive
casting a
third
spell.
category of neither.
Hey, Jared, your son is watching us.
No.
I shut that-
67, 67.
I don't know what it means, but it annoyed the bloody hell out of me. The first like 4 times my son did. I'm like, okay, did you like that? He's like, yeah. I'm like, do you know what it means? No. Okay, good, because you're not going to say it again. Anyway, I'm going to go on living life now.
Yes, we're gonna continue living. Yes.
And then later afterwards, he's doing his reading and stuff. I'm like, am I a grumpy old man? So,
Am I
I'm
out
like,
of touch?
I have to think about it for a second. It's like,
Now I put my foot down on a few things like that in my house recently.
like my main thing is if you don't know what it means, don't say it.
Yeah.
It's really important to know what to mean what you say and say what you mean, and that's impossible if you're parroting what every other hyperactive kid at school is. He's screaming in the.
I have heard that is of dubious or nefarious origin too. So
it's possible. Also, Herman is also a child.
How dare you, Herman?
Herman!
How dare you, sir?
Speaking of other people who write really good books, we were talking about we had Brian come in earlier for a little bit, and then John commented as well. His book Lionheart is almost done. I'm very excited for that book. It's gonna be cool. Oh yes. Yes, we all know, we all react to the hedge the same way. I do like this meme format. It's like, wait, consider Billy Judd, you can't ban Herman. He is the ban. He's where all the banned people congregate. He's the reason
the hedge. He just grows
the ban
back.
button in the first place.
The hedge
All
always
these
grows
legends
back.
about him. I've streamed from the shower and I haven't gotten demonetized once so far. I can't say the same for my friends, but anyway. The hedge always grows back, and that's why we're sponsored by Manscaped. No, I'm kidding. I would take that sponsorship though.
Yes, yeah.
Good products. Good products.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine Kahuna reading a Manscaped ad?
You know, we have the watch time.
Lawnmower 3000.
We have the watch time as a channel to take on some sort of sponsor. To be honest, I was thinking we could kind of like make our own sponsor videos for our own projects, since we all kind of have our own, things going on. And Jared, you should get that trailer ready for the
Kahuna Clippers. There you go.
tonight, or like if you could send it to me right now, like on a Google Drive link or something, I can download it and get it ready for the end of the show. Your trailer.
Trench Crusaders. That sounds like a Canadian sex club. I've never heard of that actually.
Trench Crusaders.
That does sound like a Canadian sex club.
We just call that a coffee shop over there, but let's see. Trench.
It's a miniature war game with heart.
I have heard of it. Yeah.
Like
Oh,
Grimdark,
sick.
yeah.
I'm done.
I'll send it
Yeah.
to
No,
you.
I was way big into miniature war games when I was a kid. I don't like a lot of things that GW or Citadel has done as a company. And I thought this a long time ago, back in 2012, 2013.
I'm putting some.
Gosh dang it, man! If it wasn't a huge part of my childhood, that I still
in the
take
Discord.
enjoyment from now. Yeah, I'll pull up an image here. It's pretty. They have some neat miniatures. View image. Share the screen. Which screen? I don't know. This one. Yeah.
This one. This one.
Let's see. Yeah, I don't know much about the lore. I just was aware of it. But yeah, no, this looks very steampunkish to me, but also magic a little bit because of that glowing hellish symbol up there. Yeah, no, this is cool. Do they have lore books or do they have actual fiction books as well? Snucka. Is Snucka a bad word? I'm sorry, I don't know that. His name, but I'm not sure if that's a bad word or not. Yeah,
No,
I kind of want to let my kids listen to the Horus Heresy because they've been doing good with the Halo books too. So I may let them listen to some of the Horus Heresy with me here at some point. But yeah, that's neat. That's neat. I love small time miniatures, especially like for me the war games were fun, but as I got older, I had less and less time.
I see. There's a lore book.
To do it right. So it was like you could either like paint and do the art part of it or the wargaming. I preferred the art part of it.
I tell you what though, brother, there's nothing quite like getting together on bro night where you have all night to hang out and chill with the bros and do something nerdy like wargaming or D&D or Magic the Gathering or whatever it is. Because you guys can just hang out and have conversations kind of like we're having now, but
yeah,
I don't know, it's even more chill.
It was a cool time, man. Not gonna lie, it was like, I remember because when my parents almost got divorced, we were basically like my brother and I. We would be at Games Workshop in the mall, like 5 to 7 hours a day, for like sometimes 4 or 5 days consecutively. It was just like that for a while, and those guys basically became like almost like family friends or like uncles or something, man. Those guys were fun and nutty. They made my childhood a much more bearable during a hard time. But it's like, yeah, they had this giant war game. We set up like 14 tables in the middle of the mall, not in the shop, obviously. And these aren't small tables. These are 4x8. We set up 14 4x8 tables, and we had a person on every clear space around the entire thing. It was celebrating the release of their first game, video game, Dawn of War, when that first came out on PC back in the day. And so, yeah, no, they had us all there. We did a big old orc wog. I think we shook the foundations of that mall with that one. But
by the way, that
was a really fun
Dawn of War game is like a 9 or a 10 out of 10 for sure. That Dawn of War game.
Yeah, it's a fun way to spend time. But yeah, boys, we're coming up kind of on that time. If you guys have any other subjects you guys want to pop off or talk about real quick, now's the time to bring it up. Jared, AO, you guys have been here less long, so what you guys think?
I'm trying to find this trailer here for AC, so I'm a wee bit distracted here. What you got, AO?
Not much. Working on AC's comic. Was sick the past few days, but I'm better now, so I'm getting back to that.
His dealer got him his fix. He's fine now.
I was running low. Yeah,
he ran out of NyQuil or whatever. Oh yeah, I only found out. I only thought to ask why I need to show my ID to buy NyQuil recently. I'm like, why do I need to show my ID to buy NyQuil? Oh, alcohol's in it. I'm like, oh, kids are dumb. Okay, figured it out. Got it. Figured it out. You got that trailer, brother?
No, well, so I'm sending you this one. It's not the trailer, because I can't send you the trailer yet because we are we're approaching our kick. We're doing it all through Kickstarter, so we're gonna have like an official like big. Like
a full
on like kickoff thing for it, so I can't send that to you yet. And yeah, I mean, you guys know who's like helping out with that, but I can't mention the name.
It's not public information.
Can't mention any names yet, but yeah, we got some clutch helping out with this, getting the Kickstarter and everything ready. So we can't, but I'll send you this one. It's just that stills, that trailer of the stills that I did.
Yeah. But who's going to investigate the investigators? I don't know, man. As long as it's not an internal investigation, man. I always love when companies were like, or governments like, we did an internal investigation. It turns out we've never done anything wrong. Never. Not a single infraction. Not once. Ugh.
We did an external investigation. We didn't see anything.
Also, I'm a business owner in Washington. Ask me how much I love taxes. You should investigate those people. Like, holy smokes, dude. Where did you send it, Jared?
I just put it in the private
chat. The chat here on the
the private chat for the privates. Let's see.
Ye olde private chat.
for this movie, a lot of private.
Private Johnson. Man, look at the size of that. Peter, come here and look at this. I need to watch those movies again, man. They were a blast. Stills clip. Share. Add to the stage. Ooh. Right there. And ooh. He always looks so cool, man.
I know, right?
Where chat is good. A film by Rising Tide. For those wondering, this is a romantic comedy. Yes. No, man. I'm so excited, man. And you guys did the last of the shoots just recently, right? Or you have a couple extras left?
Oh no, we have the most of the film. Most of the film is left to shoot. Like we're
well, no, I mean just for the trailer. Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
No, that's sick, dude.
And and we did. Oh, I can show you this, like what I'm working on here. Where we did some production stills last night, and so I'm getting ready to. I'm working on. Just started doing some mock-ups for the movie posters.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Where did it go? Where did it go?
Where did it go?
I downloaded that trailer, Jared, and I know you guys just played it, so I won't upload it again. I have to reformat it for StreamYard.
Okay.
Starting next week, we'll have that be our outro.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, man, that's awesome.
Yeah, we got to start doing that for sure.
Here, can you share my screen here? Let me see here.
You can share your screen. Little plus TV button, TV button at the bottom.
There we go.
And if you ever need help, like putting together a poster or something, just shout.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Justin and AC helped with some of them last time. For your last film. There we go.
Animation does good work, though. He's like a real artist, as they say.
But yeah, that's from the shoot last night.
So I was gonna say, you guys you use like the blackout curtain kind of thing, so it creates a shadow on one side, or
No, we did. We just went out. So you've been to Raleigh's. We went out to the arena.
Oh
and
yeah,
just put up a side fill, and just a harsh light on one side. We did everybody like individuals, then we did a group shot from one side and then the other side, and because we were supposed to do a bunch of like outside stills, but we got rained out. Like it started.
Yeah,
raining.
the weather's been funky,
Oh,
dude.
dude, it was so dumb.
It was snowing like a blizzard on the way home today.
Yeah,
where I'm at, and that's probably all we're gonna get, but we'll see.
Yep.
Also, regarding wait, I gotta read this in his voice.
Regarding Kahuna's comment about reading Zorn in the bathtub, Zorn for the sluttiest of sci-fi fans.
I love you, Bill. I appreciate you, man. But yeah, man. What about you, AO? You got any things you want to talk about, man? Any projects coming up or any fun stuff?
Working on some books. When I get some written, I'll share it with y'all and let y'all let me know what you think.
I know a man who can read it.
AC's comic is coming up. We're working on that, trying to get ahead on me falling behind. That's about it for now.
That's sick, dude. I've been behind on video creation because normally I have family help with my children quite a bit because of work and such. And they're about to be gone for like 5 to 8 weeks. So trying to get everything ready for that, I'm paying a nanny, doing the whole thing. That went through this whole shebang last year, but it's exhausting, man. And these jobs have been far, far away. That and then one of the new kids we just hired didn't show up again. Brand new. I'm like, nah, yeah, we're good. Figure it out. Yeah.
Brand new is brand gone.
Yeah. I like that. But yep, I think that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for watching The Iron Seas. Comment down below and let us know what you thought of the movie Eyes Wide Shut. And how, on a scale of 1 to 11, how hot was Tom Cruise in this film? Anyway, comment down below, and I will see you next Tuesday at 6:30 PST, the Lord's time.
Lord's time.
Thank you for joining us.